Hello, everybody. My name is Yukio, returning as normal as your commentator for this Get Good Gambit, along with the newest GGG member and champion of Gambit number 5, if you guys don't remember. How we doing today, Mancer?
Hello, nice to be here. Never thought this would happen, but here we are. So, it's very exciting. Thank you guys for having me.
Alright, coming in to the... When's color 8? Coming in for the first match of this Get Good Gambit number 8, we have Cherry Creamsicle going on the offense here, making sure that they get this back throw, setting up more pressure, but we do have Coffee Fields setting up on defense, getting a chance to be on offense now, has the burst meter on their side, decides to use it off of a big counter hit. Meter management's going to be really important here with that stun, or with that shock state. There's a lot of resources to manage and a lot of things you got to do in a matchup like this.
Very patient from both of them, honestly. Like I saw a little bit of honest neutral there. Oh, the whiff.
Whiffs DP, but doesn't get a big punish on it. Goes for the low, has the stun dipper to continue the combo, but no meter to allow for an extension. Gets the wall break anyways. On low health here for Cherry, or for Coffee Field in the yellow color. That's green. And
another dust. They've represented dust quite a lot, honestly.
I mean, and being that Kai doesn't have very many grounded overheads except for that dust, it's something important for this matchup, especially whenever they have 50 meter, allowing them to get in and out of that pressure, allowing them to really cash in this mental stack with all those lows and pressure that you're enforcing. A lot of neutral. Look at that combo extension. Uses the Wild Assault to allow to the wall break, but doesn't end up working out. Has the health advantage on their side, but doesn't have burst on their side. The drop combo!
Oh. It's a reset, trust.
The overhead on low health here, but is starting to make their way back into this game. But Creamsicle has 100 meter on their side, decides to use it. We're inside of DI range here, but doesn't end up mattering. Cherry Creamsicle goes for the low with the stun dipper. Gets a big conversion, but has to burst out. Doesn't want to lose this round.
Does that kill? It does. The OTG. Very even, very back and forth.
I mean, both of these. I mean, Kai is just a character known for being able to play neutral so incredibly well with those fireballs, fast long normals like far slash. It really makes it hard for either player to get an edge. But here we go, Coffee Fields going on the advantage.
What do we do? Okay. Next Scum Dipper, our seed. Is this wall break? Not quite.
It's a big OTG though. Cherry Creamsicle on the offensive, but Coffee Field's able to get the counter hit. Doesn't allow for an extension into the corner, but Cherry Creamsicle gets a back throw. This mix and this pressure is just going so well. There's that tap dust.
Oh. They didn't RC it though, I believe. One we just watched, but they're so incredibly back and forth.
I mean, not only back and forth in neutral, but also just back and forth in who has pressure or not. Going from offense to defense, it's like water in a glass, shaking back and forth. And now, Cherry Creamsicle on the offensive to start this game. Both players are keeping their burst, not wanting to expend it on Deflect Shield to get them out of their face. But look at these FDs from Coffee Field, really not letting...
Oh my god, no. It was a drop. Oh, that's a big counter hit. Just gonna immediately burst it. Okay. Another counter. So many counters.
Counter hits being traded back and forth. Look at the jump in over the projectile. Leads to a stun dipper RC route. Goes for an air extension, but has to settle for some projectile pressure. The stun dipper RC goes for more and more damage. Cherry Creamsicle's definitely have an advantage here.
Oh my god, so much patience from Coffee Fields. Willing to just sit there and just like wait to see what Beef Ball's gonna do here. Like, it's insane.
Ooh. Tries to go for the run-up tap dust, give Cherry Creamsicle a taste of their own medicine, but doesn't end up working. Coffee Field representing that DP, something we haven't seen either side really represent.
Yeah, that's true. There has not been a lot of like DPs presented, and it seems like every time there is, it's a punish. Gonna get an RTL here to break the wall. See what they do after wall break.
Hard knockdown here.
Getting
Back. Oh, getting those plus frames. That's 6K and gets the big counter hit. Coffee Fields falling a little bit behind in the set, but still doing some great things, showing some very great defensive opportunities with these DPs and allowing themselves to use FD to get Cherry Creamsicle out of their face and allow them to compete in neutral like we've seen them been doing so far. But it just seems like Cherry Creamsicle is always one step ahead, using these jump ins, making it to where anytime they get a punish, they cash out with not only meter, but also just the availability to get hard knockdowns and more pressure whenever they want.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, like, how do you change this matchup up? Like, if you're playing on Coffee Field side, seems like Creamsicle just kind of has the answers.
It just seems like both of them so incredibly patient and neutral. Ooh, look at the throw punish on that Fudra arc. Was extremely minus there, really establishing this pressure, using this 6K to keep looping these plus frames, not letting Cherry Creamsicle get out, but Cherry Creamsicle finds the chance. Uses Wild Assault, gets the corner to corner.
Very impressive combo there, keeping him in the corner. Are we gonna wall break? Yeah.
I mean,
PRC at the stun.
But it doesn't end up mattering. Coffee Field's able to use that RC, gets the combo conversion, sets up for more pressure, Stun Dipper, PRC, more combo extensions, and uses the DP, catching out on that stun state. Has the positive bonus on their side, but Cherry Creamsicle was not afraid to use meter.
Cross up will do it. Really well played by Coffee Field that match. Ooh, 6P to start, okay. Huge counter hit.
I know this is already late into the round, but that round start was actually pretty smart from Coffee Field. Cherry Creamsicle's been doing a great job of using things like Far Slash to catch backdashes or even other errand attempts at neutral, and that 6P was a great way to counter that. Going here for that.
What a beautiful back throw. So smart. Do we wall break off this? We do. And the super. I'm not familiar with Kai, what they get off of like wall break like that, but run up. Just gonna continue pressure.
Oh no, Coffee Field with the errant DP in the air. Look at this. Cherry Creamsicle tries to go for more in. Does the empty jump back throw. The RTL. I think I see Cherry Creamsicle blocking.
But they PRC'd it.
Oh.
Wow. Okay, okay.
I think they PRC'd at the end of the RTL whenever Kai is in the air. So whenever they would PRC, they got an overhead and led to a big combo. What a crazy conversion.
I wasn't looking at meter. I didn't realize they had 100 meter. I was like, oh god, this is gonna get punished real hard. But the PRC, what a crazy choice.
I mean, what an impressive way to not only be aware that you had the 50 meter in your pocket to use after you use the RTL, but also realize that you were able to get a hit and continue the combo. The awareness is really showing right now.
I've never seen that before. It's really impressive.
Very patient play. We're back to this neutral that Kai is known for.
Honest, guilty gear neutral right here.
Honest footsies, in lore footsies, if you will. Goes for the backdasher onto the this big stun edge. Look at that routing, able to get the get the wall stick. But doesn't use the 50 meter to go through the wall with stun state. Has the DP combo. Always such a cool extension route to see.
Oh, that'll do it. Gotta watch your feet against the Scum Dipper here. I think anytime Kai has meter, they're just gonna go for that, right? Like, Scum Dipper into RC is such a good option.
I mean, it's a fast low and gives you a bunch of combo extensions if it hits, and even if it doesn't, you're still able to complete your pressure and even go for more options afterwards. But we're back in neutral again. Both these players playing very defensively. Stun Dipper RC, as Xenomancer was just talking about. It's such a great option.
Oh my god, they both ran at each other. Let me just get a throw.
Run up throw.
Another one!
It's Kai neutral.
Why does it work?
I think
Why does it work?
I think Enomancer was right on the prediction. Are we going to game 5?
Listen, I told you that this was back and forth. I could feel it from game 1.
I mean, both rounds were very close. Going in and out of this pressure, and again, something that we're seeing is just so patient on defense. That's not something you see from a lot of beginners, because a lot of them, they seem to get antsy. They tend to feel like they have a need to press a button, especially on defense. When facing pressure, like the pressure you can put on in Guilty Gear, even on some of your more honest, with air quote, characters, it can be very hard to stay patient and stay in your own comfort zone while in defense, but it leads to big counter hits like this. Has to burst out counter hits, trading back and forth, pushes to the wall, setting up for more pressure. 6K to get plus frames and gets a big combo.
Yeah, beautiful routing there to recognize that that would have dropped without the super.
What a great PRC there. Understands that the stun edge was gonna end up missing. Look at that! Ooh, uses the PRC to mix in the 5P. 5P.
Honest 5P.
Honest. Honesty's the best policy when it comes to Guilty Gear. Unless you're playing Guilty Gear, then nah.
That's true.
Oh, didn't have the meter to make it plus, and Cherry Creamsicle's back on offense. Goes for the back throw. We've seen this corner pressure from Cherry Creamsicle be so lethal in this matchup.
Yeah, again, back and forth, back and forth. I have no idea who's going to take this.
I mean, Coffeefield using this Wild Assault to continue forward, but man, Cherry Creamsicle able to grab out, but oh no! It misses. The dust ends up getting poked out by this 2P. Coffeefield is being so patient and neutral. Gets the wall stick, but doesn't have meter on their side to get a hard knockdown. We're at one touch situation here.
We do have burst though, so you have a second life potentially. There it is.
I mean, you're minus there, so you gotta use a Cherry Creamsicle.
RTL.
We might be in the same situation again. They're going to try to PRC it, but isn't it working? The missed close slash on the jump in, and we're on last game, last round.
Listen, I wouldn't expect anything different from what we've been seeing.
Goes for another Wild Assault extension. Coffeefield has been so consistent, always having this burst meter to use on it, but Cherry Creamsicle doesn't have the 50 meter to extend the combo. Coffeefield has their back to the corner, reacts to the top dust, and gets a big combo off the approach. No DPs are being represented. So patient gameplay going back and forth. Uses this chance to go in and get another grab.
Oh my god, the pressure. Can we punish that? Yes, we can. This could be it. That'll do it.
I mean, you know, Coffeefield was at one point down in this set, but man, what a way to come back, and Enomancer could not have been more right.
Yeah, I'm excited to see some Baiken and some Faust, honestly. Faust's not a very common character by any means.
I mean, second match here at the Gambit, and Timmy's already showing us what we need to do. Gets this pressure onto the screen. The bomb goes into the mini Faust, but oh no, XR wanting to burst out, doesn't want to take this damage, and Timmy's going full force. We've seen them before in this Gambit, in any top 8s before, but XR's feeling the full brunt of it right now in that first round.
I honestly wonder how much of like these Faust combos with the items are like the Faust being really good or just really lucky.
I mean, there's a lot of luck associated with Faust, but there's also a lot of strategy and skill associated with Faust. You got to be able to understand how to route around any one of the items that you get, and Timmy's showing us the pinnacle tier of that. XR able to get that burst out, but that Scarecrow PRC ends up sealing the round.
There it is. I get hit by it all the time.
But yeah, I was thinking, like, Faust is such an interesting character to watch, and it's amazing that we have such high-level Faust, high-tier Faust and high-level Faust at the Gambit, especially in this beginner scene. We don't really get to see a lot of Faust in general, but whenever we do get to see them, they normally make it far into bracket. Timmy, Red Dawn, Matalel C, all have done such a great job in the Gambits in past, and Timmy's doing a great job right now.
Yeah, honestly. It's funny because all those names you mentioned, I'm pretty sure are all the Faust players that I know.
But XR, though, bursting out of the situation, goes up for a parry, but it doesn't end up working out. Oh, the hammer would have covered the throw. Timmy making sure to be safe, but that 4-frame 2P coming out from Baiken, very reliant on parries right now. Doesn't want Timmy to get a chance to get a hit. The 6H converts into the mini Faust stampede, and the mix sends to the wall.
Yeah, parry is such a double-edged sword on Baiken. I feel like a lot of beginner Baiken players kind of rely on it a bit too much, and you really got to be careful because it leaves you so open if you just don't predict it right.
Yeah, it's the idea of risk reward and making sure that you manage that risk to where it's not so unfavored. And Timmy is doing a great job right now, not really showing these far-ranging buttons, and not letting XR get a chance to get in. Golf club butt goes for a 6P. XR is on their back foot here. Such low life. Timmy is just playing neutral, but there we go. We get a super, and XR gets a chance to punish. Gets the burst out of Timmy, but Timmy has 50 meter on their side.
Interesting choice to burst there. Honestly, I would have almost let the Baiken just try and do as much damage as they can, but it didn't matter. You're gonna take it.
I mean, I think it's just that Timmy is so incredibly confident in the set right now that they're willing to just spin burst aggressively to keep their pressure up and make XR have to guess. And XR hasn't been doing an awful job of guessing so far. They've been pretty decent on some of these buttons and presses. I just think that they're pressing the wrong buttons at the wrong time. Like they're trying to get in 6P, or they're trying to rely on that parry just a little bit too much. But they still are doing great things.
Yeah, I think this Baiken definitely has what it takes to take this from the Faust. It's just going to take a lot of patience and adjusting.
Yeah, and patience is a very important factor in Guilty Gear. You know, you would think that a game like Guilty Gear would all be about aggression, a fast pace, but a lot of these matchups and a lot of these matches in general come down to how patient you're willing to be and how you're dealing with pressure. And Timmy is just able to enforce this strike throw so much.
Yeah, this Faust pressure has been, yep, there it is, another perfect. Just kind of perfect. I don't know what to say. It's tough.
I mean, getting a big extension off of that, but the 6P coming out. 6P trades again. Throwing that afro up into the air, is able to get some big pressure here with the golf swing. Gets another big combo. Uses the PRC!
Burst baits, they always hurt. They always hurt.
Alright, here in our third match of this Gambit, we have Kyubert pulling up on the May, but not to be outdone, we have Red Dawn pulling up on the Faust, getting that mini Faust stampede, doing such a great job at playing around these items, and Kyubert is on their back feet already. Goes for the low, but the bombs in the background, has to give up pressure, but gets a big counter hit.
Oh my god, they played around that bomb so well. That was really impressive.
Oh, gets the stagger counter hit on that Totsugeki, able to get the throw, leads more into the corner. Another big counter hit from May, has to burst out of it in that situation. Such a scary move to get counter hit by.
Yeah, just like that, you see the health, May hits you, and you can say goodbye to your health bar.
And just that red bar can really build on top of the normal bar that we see here, but Red Dawn uses the mix, but doesn't get anything off of it. Kyubert able to get a big punish, but doesn't end up following up. The mini Faust is on the screen to help protect, and wow, Red Dawn's just going in for more pressure.
And you see May, really relying on that 4-frame jab to, pressure here. Such a good option for her.
I mean, but speaking of good options, Red Dawn able to use that Scarecrow PRC. So many things that you can do out of it, and we've seen so many players represent it. The cross-up with the mix leads into a big Meteor Storm and a big counter hit from Red Dawn. First game going here to Red Dawn, but Kyubert was finding great ways to get out of the corner and playing great on defense. Whenever they got the chance, they were really making their hits count. What did you see in that match, Enomancer?
Again, May does so much damage. I think that they were doing great. They just need to trying to figure out a way to work around these items where Red Dawn is playing around them perfectly. I think the Mei is like a little scared of like kind of getting out of pressure when there's items on screen, and I'd like to see him kind of get out of that a bit more.
Exactly. It's a great thing. It's a great thing to observe because it is a big part of this matchup. While yes, there are a lot of items that can be scary, like the I think it's a 1,000,000-ton weight and the meteors. It is important to be willing to get out of pressure because if you don't, stuff like this happens. Red Dawn cashing out that meter is going to end up breaking the wall here. We've seen Red Dawn do a lot with hard knockdown, but Kyubert, we have to see how they're going to get out of it.
Oh no, they tried to. I saw the dolphin attempt there, but got caught by the wild assault.
Gotta get caught. Got just so many options being represented by Red Dawn here. The far slash on round start, playing that spacing game, not getting hit by that Totsugeki, and look at how they're using these normals to control the space, Mancer.
Yep, that's what I was saying before. Again, playing off the bomb and the mini Faust being on screen. Like, I don't know how Faust players do it. Get a burst. Oh my god, it's so tense.
Got a burst in that situation. 2 bombs on screen. Uses the scarecrow to clear them so they don't end up getting a hit. What a way to play around your options, Red Dawn. It ends up going up in the set 2-0.
Yeah, again, just showing off like they really know their character with Faust here. Like every time I've seen, has he even gotten hit by like their own bombs yet? I can't even tell. I don't think so.
They've been doing a great job at being patient and understanding the items that they have on field, because not only is it important for the Faust player, but it's also important for the Mei player. And I think Kyubert's been playing well around it, but man, Red Dawn has been so aware of these bombs, as Xenomancer was calling out.
Yeah, Selfie saying in chat that these look like some top 8 matches, and yeah, some of these players definitely be in top 8 already. Oh my god, not another one.
Going for another throw, goes for the JD to cash out on that afro, took him to the barbers, the haircut gets mixed up, but oh no, drops the combo, 2K2D Dolphin, allows for more pressure here, another big counter hit, gets the stagger on it, gets the throw into the corner, but oh no, loses the corner.
Yeah, so sad to see, but this is what Mei needs. Mei's doing a great job keeping up the pressure.
I mean, but Red Dawn able to find a way out, uses that jump into that dive kick to get themselves out of that scary situation, gets more counter hits. Oh, but here comes the stagger, uses the back throw, but watch out for the bomb.
Oh no, don't burst, no.
I mean,
wait, hold on.
The 2K coming out from Red Dawn puts them on set point. Kyubert was doing so well there, and I could definitely see a comeback. The 3K coming out, gets a big knockdown, but Red Dawn goes full screen with that mix.
Red Dawn's been doing a great job too, punishing these like blocked dolphins, kind of recognizing when to take their turn back.
I mean, Kyubert, though, on the defense, able to convert it into a wall break here. The 5K to catch the jump. Good option there. Has the meter to continue and gets the round win.
Yeah, saw it there again. That 4-frame jab coming in clutch.
What a trade there. Both of them hitting a decent button to start combos with, but not able to get anything going. That dive kick is so lethal from Red Dawn.
Yeah, Mei is doing a good job here trying to block it, but it's like every time they try to press, it looks like they're just getting counter hit.
Going for more mix pressure. Oh no! The hammer ended up hitting out of the super! The burst gets baited! What a bait from Red Dawn!
I saw the item go up, and I thought for sure the super was gonna hit.
I mean, we can only see here at this match in the Gambit, going for that low, trying to feel each other out in neutral, going very back and forth, very scrambly in fact, tries to spin out of the corner, but it doesn't end up working out, goes for more stagger pressure, but man, we're just going back and forth here.
I mean, Coffee doing a great job here, just playing around like the Anji options. That should wall break, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah. uses the 5P because they don't have meter, but great option nonetheless here, going for more pressure, and Coffee is just really establishing this neutral, gets the YRC bird, or bait.
What a bad time to do YRC.
These players right now are playing for a chance to get into a top 8 qualifying spot, and Ubercheescake is trying to make their best of the situation. Goes for this patent-pending Anji mix, spin into the Fujin into the grab, but it doesn't end up working out. What a tech from Coffee Field.
Yeah, great recognition of Anji going for the throw. Gonna get thrown anyways, though, but a huge counter hit. Saw Anji kind of waiting for a burst there. Good job holding onto it.
I mean, Coffee Field recognizes that they're at low health and doing a great job of holding onto this burst. Goes and saves it for the third round, and we get a perfect. Oh, wow.
I didn't even realize. Okay. Oh, yup. That is a move that Anji can do. It is pretty good.
Going in for more pressure here. Really using these normals to keep out Coffee Field from mashing. They're on so low resources. The only resource it's building is Risk, and finds a way out of the corner, but has the burst to get out of it.
That run under.
I mean,
what's throwing off of it?
Oh, we saw this in their match versus Cherry Creamsicle, willing to represent those back throws while in the corner. Gets a big wall break, but Ubercheescake does have 50 meter on their side. Coffee Fields doesn't really have much to their name except positive bonus.
Getting caught low there. Gonna take him to the corner. And now it's like overhead low mix. Oh, the fireball whiff.
I think I understood what they were going for there. Maybe wanted to go ahead and get that shock state, Roman cancel, and go for a big DP combo, but it didn't end up working. Ubercheescake able to get over it and establish this first game in our set.
I was gonna say, I don't know if they wanted the fireball in that situation or not, or if that was like a DP attempt. But
I mean,
Coffee Field showing they know this matchup. They were getting out of like Anji pressure pretty consistently.
Looking in the chat here, we have a lot of great faces to see here. We have Chaz Kun, our winner of our last bracket. We have Red Dawn. We have Megalomancer, former winner and now GGG member. And we also have Self, we have the Sapphire system. Love to see all you guys here watching this Guilty Gear with us. Ubercheescake getting sent through the wall with that super there. Hard knockdown for Coffee Field.
Yeah, great start to the first round here from Coffee. Not gonna quite be a perfect. There's a little bit of health missing, but might as well have been.
I mean, Coffee Field's doing a great job at adapting and getting used to this matchup. Ubercheescake, man, they're just applying their pressure so well, and Coffee Field's just showing the other end of that spectrum. Whenever one gets on pressure, the other is suffering hard.
I thought that was gonna be a bait there. Yep, pick up DP. I'll watch for it.
Goes for the projectile. PRCs to go behind in the YRC bait!
Any hit will do it.
Oh, look at this. Ubercheescake able to continue this pressure and gets back thrown. Coffee Fields tying up this set 1-1. Are we going to see another close one, Enomancer?
I think so. I can 100% see it. This is going to be another game 5.
Nothing like some good close game 5s to get this bracket going, man. We love to see these players coming out and working their best. Matches like this are why we run this bracket. It's always so fun to watch.
Coffee, yeah, someone else said in chat, Coffee is very impressive. Like, they're making Kai look such a solid character.
But Ubercheescake showing why they're so strong in this beginner scene, using these normals to really space out Coffee Fields and not let anything happen. Oh, but it misses, tries to spin through, wants to probably get a follow-up off of that spin through the projectile, and gets the hard knockdown, goes for the close / OTG, and has the meter to continue the pressure.
Oh, but drops it off the RC, unfortunately. But, yep, you're in the corner now, so time to guess.
I mean, you don't have to guess if you have 50 meter on your side
not.
of reversal.
I guess not. Right. We're gonna take round 1.
Yeah, 2K2D ends up getting the hard knockdown. Ubercheescake doesn't want to take that, so it's willing to spin that burst. And I want to comment on that decision making there, really making sure that Coffee Fields can't get this pressure because they've been having trouble dealing with it in certain situations. Just using that burst, establishing this pressure, using it aggressively, going in with this meter, and the deflect shield ends up whiffing but doesn't get punished.
No punish on the deflects. Coffee's gonna get out for free. Oh. Get side swapped and put right back on the other one. Alright. Never mind, just dead.
Yep. Ubercheesecake going up in the set 2-1, but man, it does not feel like any player is up in set count right now. It feels like they're both playing from a deficit almost from how close they're playing and how much heart you can see in their play. That's another thing about beginner brackets. You can really feel how all these players want to win. They want their work to really be shown out here, and it's so great to see.
Alright, calling it now. Coffee's gonna win this set. And then it's gonna just keep going back and forth. And it does trading.
You think Coffee's gonna win this game?
I think so. And then it'll be Uber. They just keep going back and forth.
That's a good start for Coffee Fields, able to get the burst out of Ubercheesecake. Oh, but the Foudre arc into Foudre arc neutral skip has the meter to continue.
Listen, anything's real if you believe.
Dude, I love our players so much. Look at the patience.
They got lost in each other's eyes. They're just staring.
Yeah, I mean, everybody knows the Anji meme.
It's true.
Goes for more pressure. Goes for the Fujin. Goes for the needle reset on the pressure. Goes for a spin, but doesn't really want to keep it. This low is getting a lot of mileage right now.
Big 6B. Gonna punish the spin too. The back and forth.
Goes for the projectile combo extension. Gets the wall break, but only has positive bonus to their name right now. Gets the burst out, and we've turned the situation around. Coffee Field, though, feeling this round, feeling confident. The super ends up coming out, but I think we see a jump back. There's no way this hits.
Did we punish? No.
Oh, no.
Okay, but Scum Dipper, RC, we love it. Doesn't kill.
Oh, Anji Guts ends up saving us there.
Spins?
But the spin ends up coming out. The low ends up hitting. Do we got a big combo from Ubercheesecake? No. Does it end up continuing? The YRCB!
No, Coffee. Coffee's solid. I know he baited the spin, but just didn't do anything on it.
So much patience in a game like this where it's so close. It's so commendable from each of these players. Tries to go for a big conversion, but doesn't end up working. The deflect shield doesn't end up saving. Oh, we're going for more and more pressure. Gets the strike throw going. Uses the tap dust.
Yep. Tap dust will do it.
Oh, wow.
See, I told you.
You got it right. I mean, all right, so you think Ubercheescake gets the set right here?
Now it's Uber's turn. Yeah, they go back and forth.
So it's 2-2. So it's the agreement. Hey, I don't know. It's so close. I don't know. I have no idea.
I think at this point it's whoever gets in the corner, and it looks like it's gonna be the Anji in the corner.
I mean, but uses that gold burst to get out. I think both these players are so great at using their options on defense. Like, look at that deflect shield. Not a lot of players are willing to use their deflect shield. A lot are willing to use that wild assault. And it really makes for decision making that can be very one-sided. The DP doesn't end up getting punished. Coffeefield able to use the YRC to get out of a bad pressure situation. Has stun state on, but look at this. Coffeefield gets put into the corner.
Every time I see a DP like whiff and not get punished, my heart stops.
Oh, but look at this. Ubercheesecake is cashing out on all that meter. Goes for the low into the mix, and look at this, the whiff!
That's a painful drop. Oh, called out the super?
Baits out the super, has the throw, goes into another big combo extension, but These guts from Anji stop them from being in a bad situation. The far slash ends up catching, and Coffee Fields is on set point.
Coffee playing so well around the spin there, just backing off like round start after wall break. So good.
I mean, goes for more lows, but the mix ends up being blocked. Coffee Fields able to get a big jump in there. The spin barely misses the 6P, but Coffee Fields is back on defense once again.
And a DP out. And the Scum Dipper, but no RC.
But ends up getting hit though, so it can't be punished. Very risk-reward averse options here being thrown out. So much reward from a Stun Dipper. And look at this reversal super. They've been using it so often in this set, making Ubercheescake pay for this pressure that they're trying to get on run-up.
Oh my god, we're scrambling right now.
Woo! But look at how Coffee... Man.
Alright, last game.
Ubercheescake puts themselves also on set point. Final game, final round of this set. Ubercheescake gets out on top first, pushing Coffee Fields into the corner. This mix is just unrelenting, but look at this! Oh!
Bro, and baited.
Baits the YRC, and life totals are almost evened up here. Has the stun state and the hard knockdown coming out of the corner. Gets the throw, has 50 meter, pushes into the corner, but Ubercheescake gets burst.
Burst. Still anyone's game here. No burst. Oh, the run-up throw.
Just casting
Another
fear
one?
into the wind here. Doesn't use the Roman cancel, but the Stun Dipper seals the game for Coffee and wins this thrillingly close set. Why Trench has an on-paper advantage against the Sludge is because of how great Pot's normals are. Does such a great job at controlling space and making Sludge and A.B.A have to work for this pressure they're getting. The Donzai ends up catching 5H after 5H. Such a great anti-spacing tool. Willing to uninstall, be patient, save that meter, goes for more pressure. This 5H is going to end up doing a lot of work in this set for Sludge.
Potemkin tried to press after the key grab attempt failed, but I believe A.B.A is very plus after that, isn't she?
The key grab attempt, yes, it leaves you +2. And it makes it to where a lot of pressure that happens afterwards cascades into such a snowball, like we saw in that round. Sludge putting one up on the board.
It's a bad situation to be in right now. Yep, and there's a PTB.
Tries to go for a backdash there, but ends up getting the 2S on block, leading into a 2H key grab scenario. But Trench not able to make the most out of the situation, gets a hard knockdown, and we're in A.B.A pressure land.
I think that might have been an accidental RC there, but Donzai for the win.
2K2D to break through the armor, but it doesn't end up working out. Uses the super and gets the hard knockdown off of the wall break, but Trench does have burst and 50 meter to their name.
Look how much jealousy rage they have now. Oh, no.
Not dead here, but full screen low, because he needs it.
Listen. I'm gonna try not to be mean to Pot, okay? Try.
No, there's no, not biased. Not biased at all.
No bias. No bias. You like Pot.
Oh, but look at this. Uses the 2S to end up clipping out the Pot Buster 2K2D. Big mix situation here. Tries to go for a key grab, but it doesn't end up working out, but still gets the key grab anyways.
It was a reset, trust.
Yep, I believe it.
Got a little bit of jealousy rage now. Angry woman.
5H ends up catching the start of Canter. Yeah, it's completely disjointed in Jealous Rage, so it allows for interactions to happen like that. 5H is such a great round start tool, especially whenever you think somebody's going to do an option. And it's so fast, so disjointed, leads to Sludge getting a game on the board.
That's crazy. Every time I try to press on Aegis Reflector, I get hit. That's... wow. Okay. Good to know.
I mean, A.B.A and Jealous Rage is so incredibly good. Has so many tools to make a matchup like this very hard to navigate, but Potemkin has so many options that allow them to just control neutral, really wait out pressure, but the pot buster ends up not getting anything. Has to use the burst automatically, and Sludge is in such a good position right now.
Yep, and now A.B.A is Anji, and she has a lot of meter, and it's gonna hurt.
I mean, Sludge able to get a big key grab, refresh that rage, and Pot keeps going for these 6Ps, really wants to catch Sludge out of the air, and goes for more 2Ks, really trying to space out the situation.
Sludge has some really great pressure, even in normal mode is here, like, not playing scared when they don't have Jealous Rage.
Going for more 2K, and man, I think Sludge has really established his pressure well so far. Anytime Trench gets hit, they're automatically bursting. Doesn't want to take this pressure, but look at this space control. Goes for the Don's Eye at full screen, wanting to catch out a flick, but man, this overhead tilt is such a great move.
Jumping Hammerfall again here. Wow, I didn't expect that wall stick. Okay.
You know, Self puts out a very good point inside of chat. It seems like Trench is being very afraid of a normal mode A.B.A right now. Uses the meter to cash out, gives us the cinematic super, but this is not going to kill. Sludge has to find another way.
A lot of damage. Trust me, I get it. I'm terrified when A.B.A has jealousy.
I mean, I get it too. She's a very scary character that allows for a lot of big snowbally situations, and Trench is just trying to be like Sisyphus, push that rock up the hill, and Sludge is just smacking it back down with that big key.
So what do you do as the Pot player right now? I know we were bashing on Pot a little bit, but what do you actually do? Like,
I don't like playing versus Pot, but that's just me. There's no reason to not play Pot. Play who you like. But if you're Trench in this situation, I think what you do is enforce your pressure a little bit more, especially against normal mode A.B.A. Sludge is doing a lot of very mashy things. It seems like they really want to get ahead in this set and are trying to use these buttons as best they can. I think you just be patient, wait for your time to whiff punish, and spacing, use your space to control. And Trench just needs to go in and really be... He needs to whiff, or they need to whiff punish and be willing to establish their pressure more on normal mode A.B.A.
Yeah, I agree. That was a great situation there. A.B.A had no jealousy sitting, and I think Pot could definitely get in there. See what they do here, though.
Going for this Rekka into this low, gets the super. This is probably gonna wall break.
Great situation here for A.B.A. Full meter. But gonna get P. Yup, Pot Buster.
I mean, you're in a really strong situation if you're Trench here. Goes for another Pot Buster, but it doesn't end up working out. Saves the meter for next round, and look at this. Sludge is on set point.
Okay. Great start now for Pot. This is a good situation to be in.
This is exactly what you want versus A.B.A. Uses these normals to get big whiff punishes. Goes for the install at full screen, but Trench still has a life lead. Goes for the Pot Buster on the Don's Eye, and this is going to end up killing.
I'm always shocked by how much damage like Pot Buster does. Always.
Goes for the Kara Pot Buster on round start. Such a hard option to beat if you're A.B.A. Goes for the 6K on the pressure starter. The tilt goes over the slide head. So it doesn't let them get the pressure started. 2K 2D goes for the Don's Eye. The back Mega Fist ends up hitting off the force uninstall and goes for the super. You're on very dire straits here if your Trench has 50 meter, but the Don's Eye ends up hitting. Let's go, Sludge! Woo! And a bunch of other great people coming out here to see this crazy match. Enti staying patient, backing up, wanting to read what MadLLC wants to do. Very patient back and forth, uses that burst, and now MadLLC is rushing down here.
Caught the Crow there. Didn't have enough meter to PRC it this time. The little shoot to like wall break. I don't know why it's funny.
Oh, look at that! Goes for the... Oh, wow, okay. That was a very great interaction there. I kind of want to explain it. So, MadLLC uses that Scarecrow PRC a good bit, and it leads into very scary pressure, especially with what we're seeing right now, that command throw. And then they were able to read that Enti was going to jump back to avoid it and get that air throw, going in for another snip, snip, snip here, and ends up closing out the round. What a heads-up play from MadLLC.
Wait, it gives Delilah the hair too? I just noticed that.
Yeah.
That's adorable.
These details in this game are so good. Goes for more of that JD pressure on that afro. The afro ends up exploding. Delilah ends up losing the hair too. The 6H doesn't end up working, and now Bedman gets the conversion off of the mini Faust.
What a cool conversion with the mini stampede. They're coming back.
Oh, but only gets the afro. Enti here getting thrown again. Has 50 meter on their side. It gets
Oh my god, no!
no!
Is this Faust or is this Potemkin? What are we watching? What was that?
That's the MadLLC play style, man. Dude, I love our players so much. I love our players so much, man.
Not a third one. They would never do it 3 times.
You know, whenever I was playing in beginner brackets and I had to play MadLLC, I called their mix throw, not even strike throw.
That was wild.
Man, I love our players so much. All right.
It's not Faust. It's actually Potemkin with a bag.
It's Potemkin with random items.
Yeah. Trust, Faust is a grappler.
Timmy saying in chat, block my mix. Oh, okay. All right, I'm back. We're grounded again. So Enti using that burst out makes that Scarecrow not really get into anything, not really work out. Goes for a throw of their own. We might see a reversal of the tables here.
So much stuff happening. Bedman is filling the screen with bed nonsense.
Goes for the 100-ton
weight.
Oh,
not again.
It's the throw. Goes in for a JD. Ends up getting a big hit there. Really enforcing this mix. The back throw on the mix doesn't end up hitting. A back throw again!
Okay, we're getting a little greedy. We're getting a little greedy now.
You know, Enti, a player that I've seen do a great job of using their meter inside of a lot of situations, goes for this mix, gets the JS vacuum, and doesn't end up getting the combo off the Kobe head, but does end up getting around. Enti showing life in this set.
Oh, 100%. Enti has all the skill in the world to take this.
It's the anti-air dive kick, and Enti playing that big body really makes situations like this matter. Goes for the throw, and it doesn't end up working out. Hits the bomb away, and Enti's on pressure.
It's great recognition from Enti to smack Faust there when he ate the item.
Goes for the YRC 2K2D. Gets the big explosion follow-up, able to continue this pressure, uses the 2P, JS vacuum in, and man, Enti's pressure is looking so great today.
Very solid, and I know Bedman has some pretty good stuff in the corner, so...
Big 2P, but that mix is minus. Goes for the special follow-up. That JD in the air goes for the tap dust, but it doesn't end up working out. MadLLC is on such a low health here. The 6P on the 6H, it doesn't end up killing, but uses the White Wild Assault to stay safe. The PRC off the hit. Man, we're going into more and more pressure here.
The drop!
Oh.
Okay.
Man.
So close. So incredibly close.
You know, 1-1 in this set so far. Both players doing a very great job at moderating their moderating how they're using their not only sources of meter, but also just their normals and neutral. What else are you seeing here, Mancer?
I mean, again, to me, Bedman just looks like a spinning mess of animation. I don't quite know what differentiates the different Bedman moves, but Enti, like I said before, great job recognizing some of these gaps in the Faust pressure and being able to get out of corner situations. But at the same time, like, we've seen Faust not being able to be kept in the corner and just kind of getting out. So,
yeah. Again, this is like whenever I was talking about Baiken whenever XR was on stream, where this character also likes being in the air a lot. Again, they have that 8-way omnidirectional movement inside of the air approaches, and it's really scary for a lot of characters to deal with. But there it is, again, showing it off. That JS vacuuming in, getting a big counter hit. Goes in for the throw, but doesn't get to use the follow-up here. Goes for the cross-up, but it doesn't end up working. MadLC doing such a great job at representing these buttons.
Yeah, honestly. I mean, Bedman has great air movement. Faust is no slouch either in the air. Like, his little, like, scalpel dive. And
yeah.
Throwing bomb bag.
I mean, it allows him to not only just come to the air and come out of the air in odd and weird directions, but it also allows for very interesting combo extensions. It's a big counter hit, but
burst there?
Using the burst there.
Wow, okay.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I believed for a second. I believed in the hero burst.
I mean, using that wild assault. Enti does such a great job at using that burst gauge for more than just burst in itself. Using not only wild assault, but that deflect shield really is able to represent both these options. But speaking of representing options, we have MadLC running up with this run-up throw. Goes for the
favorite
JD.
option.
The best option, if you will. What a backdash.
Nice little deflect shield there. Kind of get back into zoning a little bit.
But gets a big item toss into the air. Faust neutral, gonna go crazy right now. The banana peel ends up making Enti slip.
Didn't PRC the mix there? Could have punished a little bit more.
There's a one. Goes for an JD, and Enti willing to use that deflect shield there, but MadLC just running up, using that mental stack, cashing in that mix, and taking this round off Enti.
Yeah, so scared of the afro burning. Didn't really have a chance to get out of the corner.
I mean,
Scarecrow to get away. That was smart.
I think Scarecrow is such a multifaceted tool. We've seen it used in many different ways to not only get out of very heavy zoning pressure situations like we just saw, but also we've seen it a good bit used in PRC situations to allow for some insane mix.
This Faust pressure is actually ridiculous.
Here we go. Back on the MadLC wild ride of mix. Uses the 6H, gets the scalpel pull, and the explosion ends up cashing out.
I wonder if Enti tried to like hop out of the corner, press a button there.
What a hiccup off of that counter hit JS. The flex shield. Oh, the grab ends up
flex shield's not real. Can't hurt you.
Can't hurt you.
Oh, that's a
safe jump.
It was. Oh, you didn't have to do that. Didn't have to give him an afro.
I think that was a good idea to cover any options. Makes it safe to where even if they were to build burst, even if they were to build some type of resource to get out of the situation, locks them down, stops them from using those resources, and gets that guaranteed damage.
I mean, that's fair, but let's be honest. They just wanted to do the afro move.
They just wanted to do the afro move. I respect it. MadLC is doing a really great job in the set right now. I believe they're taking a lead in the set. It's 2-1 right now for them.
I believe so, yeah. I believe it's 2 to Faust, 1 to Bedman.
Nope. One thing that we've seen from Enti is the ability to adapt and keep themselves inside of sets, even whenever it looks dire from them. We've seen it in top 8s before, and I expect that we might see it here.
Duel 1.
Because this is basically a top 8 in any other, you know, bracket that would have been played.
You know, Model LC is one of the better Faust to be represented here at the Gambit. I mean, to be fair, as you know, Mincer called out earlier, there's only really 3 or 4, but all of them play so incredibly
They're
well.
all here. They're all here. They're all in GGG.
We love our Faust here at GGG. Enti, though, able to get a wall break and uses the Scarecrow PRC to get another command grab. Goes for the JD. Oh no, it was a fake JD!
Did we get a third? Third one? Not quite.
Oh, but look at how Metal LC is playing this neutral, staying very patient, going back and forth, and gets the wall break, turning the tables in this game.
Enti just needs any hit here. Wait, what?
What happened?
What just happened? Was it Scarecrow? That he got around the Wild Assault?
I don't know. I wasn't able to look because I looked away to look at something very quickly. 2K2D ends up coming out into the Blue Wild Assault. We've seen both these sides represent that Blue Wild Assault so incredibly well. Has the follow-up and is able to get a pickup off of it.
Bedman install. I don't actually know what it does, but it looks cool.
So, the Bedman install is a very important part of the kit. We've seen Enti use it in top 8s of past. I think this is the first time they used it in this set. It gives the follow-ups a lot more damage and guard crushes with a lot of their hits. Not only that, but normally whenever you hit whenever you hit Bedman while he has a follow-up stored, it disappears. But with the install, it doesn't.
Okay, interesting. Great job backdashing the grab attempt there too by Enti.
Oh, tries to smack away the palm. Oh no! An unfortunate turn of events for Enti there. Tries to clear out the bombs and be mindful of the objects, but it just doesn't end up working out.
Bedman's such a big character too. I wonder if they just didn't realize they were going to get hit by that.
Throws the hammer up in the air to keep their option and pressure is safe. Has the horn stored away. Goes for the mix, but Enti aware and punishes that PRC. Dashes the Scarecrow strike throw mix, and man, Enti gets a big combo out of it.
Yup. Keep going for throws. You're going to keep getting backdashed.
Goes for the YRC on that pressure there, and Enti able to keep this pressure going with the stall on the follow-up. Goes for the JD. We see a bouncy bed.
Just got the burst back. And again.
And it happened again.
But that one hit. That even though Faust was behind. That's.
I think it's because Enti might have held the Wild Assault to delay it a bit, and ends up making the hitbox come out whenever Faust has already had the hitbox come up hurtbox come up for them.
Such an interesting interaction.
Jam Andrew really wants to play their set, saying, Mads, please, I want to play my set already. And saying the set really had to go to Game 5. Hey, only the best here at the Gambit. We only have Game 5s and extremely close sets.
That's true. It's crazy to me this isn't even top 8. I feel like some of these matches have just been like top 8 matches. We're not even there yet.
I mean, this bracket is just so incredibly stacked. We have over 40 people here today, and man, it just gets more and more stacked every time.
Yeah, all these players, incredibly good. And this match, I have no idea.
Goes for a 6P there on that JD. Look at the patience while waiting in the air. Doing such a great job at baiting out these anti-airs.
Let off block a little too soon.
Far slash gets the punish on the PRC, is in the air, has the trombone on their side, but look at this 6P coming in on the 6H. Such a great job representing these anti-Faust measures from Enti.
Yup, and you're just gonna get shot over and over. Low health, Bedman's just gonna poke you.
goes for the follow-ups. Big matches here, and Enti able to continue into the corner, but drops the combo. 6B ends up coming out, and Madel LC is now on the offensive.
All baiting the yellow RC though.
The throw ends up whiffing, but the flex shield able to come out. Enti on such a good advantage here. The Scarecrow doesn't have meter to follow it up. The mix ends up coming out. 2K2D as the roaming
Is enough to kill?
Will it kill?
Did not. Got a pixel. And the poke will do it.
Nope. Enti taking the set here and doing so, coming back from a 2-1 deficit at one point in time.
Yeah, Crownie, actually it was one of those players that beat me my first CGG. I'm pretty sure it knocked me out, so no slouch on the Bridget, that's for sure.
Sets up this yo-yo pressure. He was really going back and forth. Gets the scooter shoot and allows for more pressure, barely outside of the range of that bomb, and Timmy is just getting absolutely clobbered with these normals. Crownie able to keep a range, able to make sure that Timmy isn't able to poke back.
Yeah, this neutral is really interesting between Bridget and Faust, both really long, like normals.
I mean, these long normals are such a core part of Bridget's game plan, really able to set this mix up from afar and not let many characters get out. Uses the Wild Assault, adds those plus frames there, gets that guard crush, but Timmy decides to use the burst to get out in such a close situation here.
Yeah, seeing the overhead from the Scarecrow there too. I don't think we saw that at all in the last Faust.
Ooh.
There it was again.
Honestly, I think that interaction was really interesting too. Uses the Scarecrow to try and bait out some kind of interaction from Crownie, and Crownie does the smarter thing that we've seen work against a lot of these other players is jump, because a lot of them want to use this like jump in with the command grabs, and Timmy using another layer of adaptation and coming overhead, but Crownie
oh my god, there's so much stuff. So much stuff on the screen.
Have to give your pressure up there if you're Crownie, and Timmy makes the most of it, gets the side switch, but the combo drops.
This is a pretty good position to be in for Faust right now.
Oh,
I'm just gonna do it.
You know, Crownie there just not being patient enough, not wanting to wait for that bomb, but it happens to the best of us. First game is always a data set, and to be fair, the entire set can be used as data when adapting to your opponent, especially in these Game 5 situations. We see a lot of players going deep into their mix and pulling out some of the most crazy stuff that we've seen here.
Yeah, honestly, that's so true. I mean, I'm one of those players that I'm probably going to drop the first set, maybe even the first two, because I need to figure out what the hell is going on.
Birthday train on lap of the Kami. Timmy has some... Ooh, has to use that burst there. Crownie's combo game has been so incredibly scary in days past, and look at these items being thrown out onto the screen.
Yeah, I mean, there's no item limit in Strive, right? For Faust, you can just keep throwing.
Mini Faust controlling neutral right now. Doesn't end up getting the hit here. Gets a big conversion off the wall, but the 6H ends up not hitting. But man, there's only so much you can do with a Mini Faust on screen. Coming back to catch this vengeance.
Oh, and baiting the DP. That should do it, yeah.
Timmy going up here in this game. Crownie on her heels once again, but not out of it. Uses the forward hit of the yo-yo, but ends up putting herself into the corner.
Yeah, unfortunate little swap there.
Scalpel pull ends up getting the wall break here. Has positive bonus and 50 meter on their side. Scarecrow PRC.
Oh, the burst comes out, but you're out of pixel. What do you... Yeah, there's not so much you can really do there. This is a fast match. Oh my gosh. I thought that was round one. What happened?
I mean, Timmy's just doing such a great job at converting off of almost any stray hit they get, and Crownie playing a character like Bridget just has low health and really makes it hard for anybody to really not the risk reward inside for Bridget really teeters on getting hit once and taking a ton of damage no matter who you're playing against. Even characters like Amelia can chunk out Bridget's health bar.
Yeah, for sure. Bridget, though, is really good mix options, really good pressure. Crownie just kind of has to get started here, but Temmie's doing such a good job of not letting Crownie do what she wants.
I mean, with the back throw out of the corner, has the yo-yo, gets the pull in there for more mix, but it doesn't end up working. Has the Roger super to continue the pressure, but Temmie just finds a way out.
So interesting, actually, seeing all these different Faust players and how different they play from each other. Like, Temmie really likes the items.
Oh no! Tries to go for the DP there after the YRC, thinking that Temmie was going to run up and throw an option. Return to the killing machine there, goes in for more, has the trumpet right behind you, decides to alleviate the pressure and gets the roll in!
Crownie pulling it out with Pixel.
I mean, goes for more of this pressure here, uses the Wild Assault, gets the throw, gets the pull in, look at this conversion!
Such a cool combo. Oh no. Crownie was in such a good spot there.
YRC here coming out from the side of Crownie, not really wanting to let Temmie get anything started, but it has no meter on their side except for 50 burst. And Temmie making the most of it, getting these items out on the screen, controlling the space, has the bomb behind them, but it doesn't end up mattering.
Temmie played around that bomb incredibly well. Oh, and the air throw down in the corner. And you're gonna get bonked. Yep.
The 100-ton weight, not only covering any option that happens, but Temmie doing a great job to route the pressure around it. But look at this conversion from Crownie, ends up dropping, but still is able to set up more mix.
Oh, that's so... Okay, we fixed it. But that would have been so sad getting put in the corner by the spin.
Oh, goes for the rock the baby, but it doesn't end up working out. Temmie able to be aware and get around it, gets the throw into the corner, uses the 50 meter to convert into a super, and look at this damage.
Yeah, I just saw the health bar. Oh
Jesus.
My lord.
Oh, tries to go for a tap dust, gets the throw out, and has the meter to cancel it. Temmie able to take this set 3-0, and I believe that was a top 8 qualifier, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe you're correct, yeah. I think we're at that point.
In this first top 8 match of Get Good Gambit number 8, we have Temmie coming in on this Faust and Enti coming in on this Bedman. Both of these players, as I was saying, very strong in their own right, but if I had to guess, I could maybe see Enti coming back in a very close set.
Yeah, we'll see if the Bedman can be the slayer of Faust's.
Slayer? I know that character.
Wrong guy.
Goes for the low, gets a big counter hit, able to break the wall, has 100 meter on their side. Very scary situation to be in here if you're Enti.
Yeah, Enti in a tough spot, gonna get Scarecrow PRC'd.
Scarecrow PRC doing a lot of work for all these Faust players in bracket so far. You know,
yeah,
thinking about it, I made that Slayer joke and ups and downs is playing in the background right now. And Enti taking the heart of a Slayer and getting these big counter hits, but it doesn't convert into much. Gets these big zoning games set up, and Temmie's able just to avoid it altogether.
Scarecrow is such a disorienting move. Like, I never know which one the Faust is gonna do.
I mean, there is one way to tell. Whenever you're looking at the Scarecrows, one of them will have a red eye before the follow-up attack comes out, so it allows you to kind of react a little bit to which side they're on. But one easier way you could do is you could just use a super or even a move in general, and it will auto-track to whichever one they're on the side of.
See if Enti can kind of start reacting to these a little bit more.
It's a big 2K 2D there. Goes for the tap dust, but it doesn't end up working out. Temmie able to get this first game, but man, as I've said before, Enti able to take in this data, able to take in all of these situations and combine it into a comeback in each of these sets. As I said, bend but don't break kind of player.
Yeah, I have full faith Enti We'll make this another game 5.
I mean, they do so a lot. In each of our brackets that we've seen them so far, not able to win one yet, but doing a very great job at putting a block into the way of people that had a chance to win or people that did win in their own right. But man, it's always so great to see them play and how they adapt and how they change their play style.
Oh, I thought we were going to get to watch the whole thing again. Okay. First coming out immediately. And the other one.
You kind of have to, both these players understanding the kind of character and player that they're playing against, understanding that one hit can really make a big difference in a set like this, and using that burst automatically goes for the PRC, keeps himself safe, and gets the throw. It's happened once, it happened again.
Really good conversion here, though, from Enti, getting Faust in the corner. Oh, did we react? Oh, still got hit by the Scarecrow.
You know the we're so back, it's so over. We're so back, it's so over graph.
It's literally this whole thing. It's like, oh my god, wait, no. But what if? But no.
But it's right there. Oh, gets the big golf club swing on the follow-up here. Uses the head throw to keep this pressure. But man, Enti able to access that bag of zoning and just gets these items out on the screen, but trips on their own banana peel. God,
still got to convert a little bit there, though, from the Faust Stampede. Gonna get the fishing.
Gets the stab, but doesn't end up working out. Has 50 meter on their side, but this mix coming out from Enti. Uses the bomb follow-up explosion, jumps the fuzzy jumps the Scarecrow, but doesn't end up working out. Timmy has the YRC to continue their pressure.
Gotta watch out, Mini Faust.
So many different things here that Timmy is throwing out, really making it a struggle for Enti in neutral, but goes for the overhead. We've seen that once. We saw it whenever Red Dawn was playing versus Crownie, but man, Enti's really getting hit by this mix and goes down in the set 2-0. Timmy is really making quick work of Enti right now.
Yeah, it seems like the big difference maker in this match is the Scarecrow. If we can see Enti kind of adjust to that, which I did see them do a little bit there with the overhead Scarecrow, I think Enti can honestly pull it back. It's just, it's not easy reacting to it.
I think one thing that we're seeing in this set is the layers to pressure and how everybody deals with adapting to them. Timmy so far, like everybody knows that we've seen, or I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. We've seen on stream the layer 1 of pressure for Faust. Uses that Scarecrow PRC to go in for either a strike with that close slash, or goes in for the snip, snip, snip and gets that command throw. But level 2 would be doing something to counter that, like Enti's been doing with fuzzy jumping. Not really knowing what's going to happen, but if they fuzzy jump and hold back, they still get to block if a hit comes out, but they don't get grabbed if a hit does come out. And then, how does Timmy deal with that? Goes for the Roman cancel and gets the air throw. Really makes it for a layered matchup that has a lot of differences in how players interact with it.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna end up on layer like 15 at one point here.
I mean, and with players playing the way they are, it would make sense that we would. Using that burst automatically has Wild Assault on their side, but the banana peel stops Timmy from punishing the Wild Assault.
Enti showing Faust how to spin a little bit here. Carrying so far across the screen, getting back in the corner.
I mean, able to really capitalize on any bit of pressure they're able to get. Uses that PRC, but doesn't end up getting the grab! The 2K Judy comes out from Enti.
That's what I was talking about. We gotta react to those scarecrows.
I mean, oh, but that JD ends up coming out. Timmy gets the burst back. Enti almost has 50 on their side. Look at the way they're using these specials to air stall, but Timmy's having absolutely none of it. Gets the Oki with the 100-ton weight, uses the Wild Assault, ends up breaking the wall.
Again, we see this interaction with the white Wild Assault for start, and then the PRC Scarecrow just goes behind it. That's like the third time.
I mean, and it makes sense because Enti's a player that loves to use White Wild Assault. And they use Deflection a lot too, like we just see right there. Goes for the overhead and man, ends up taking the game. Timmy goes up on set point.
Anyone's game though. Let's see. There you go, Enti. Nice job reacting on the Scarecrow.
Gets the Roman cancel for the follow-up. Is really putting on a show right now with this pressure. Doesn't have bursts on their side. Timmy's the only one with any real resources, but that positive bonus is really going to stack up and matter for Enti here.
Yeah, and Bedman, tons of health. So definitely going to get lots of resources. And that will do it. It's a nice little poke.
I mean, Enti fighting back in the set while they may be still down 2-1. Again, as I said, a player that always is able to come back. Always able to keep themselves in a set, but we're going to see a lot more of this game.
That's just the Enti tech. You don't understand. You have to lose the first two. If you don't lose the first two, how do you reverse sweep?
It's like unlocking gates in Naruto.
Yeah.
It's like you gotta really dig deep. You gotta really unlock this extra power that you didn't even know you had. Enti is showing it right now. Goes for the little poke. Oh, the White Wild Assault has been such an important factor in the set so far.
Yeah, when it doesn't get, you know, scarecrowed and you end up behind him, it's pretty good. And yep, we're zoning.
We're zoning. Shooting. And now it gets that install to where these follow-ups really matter more. See that guard crush that I was talking about? Goes for more, blocks the overhead. We're now adapting again, staying on the ground this time instead of trying to jump backwards.
Enti doing a good job here punishing the PRC attempt on the Scarecrow. And it's going to take the first round.
A lot to do in this set. The 5K ends up catching the fuzzy jump option on round start. Wants to be patient, but the banana allows for a follow-up attempt, but it doesn't end up working. Timmy, though, able to convert into a combo and breaks the wall here.
But we're back to the zoning game, maybe? Nope. Scarecrow will get rid of that.
I mean, doing such a great job at using Scarecrow to avoid the constant zoning from Enti. Such a strong tool to represent. Uses the YRC, doesn't want to stay in this pressure any longer. Goes for the safer ender, uses these follow-ups and just gets back to the zoning game plan.
We're going to see a burst. We baited. Enti, though, I'm pretty sure going to hold on to that.
5P ends up coming out. 2K 2D uses the bomb follow-up. Jumps over the super!
Wait.
Oh, gets the throw.
Gonna lead into very... with a pixel?
Oh, and the OTG ends up killing. Oh,
that's
wow.
Crazy. You know what? Maybe Enti should have hero burst. Like,
really?
You could just win. I mean, here we go again. Enti with the reverse sweep potential.
I mean, going into game 5, once again, man, as I said, it's so incredibly crazy to see how Enti adapts. It's like my prediction is coming true. Enti taking a very close one after adapting and coming back in the set.
I expect nothing less at this point.
Did I maybe steal some of your powers?
It's the Enti install. These two. Reverse sweep.
I mean, but Timmy, they've been in this top 8 before. I think they're able to grab their composure, keep going, and allow themselves to go into this winner side top 8 even farther.
Oh, 100%. I mean, Timmy can definitely pull it out here. I think they need to start adapting to the zoning game that Enti's been putting up. As you can see, we're going right back to it. I mean, it's working. Why stop?
There's so many layers to this counterplay so far in this set. it's been really shown from both sides how they deal with the zoning pressure and how they deal with this anti-zoning pressure. Goes in for the low, tries to get the tap dust, doesn't end up staying safe. Willing to poke out here, but the zoning presence is such a menace for Enti right now.
I love the Faust grab. It's so silly.
Getting the wall stick there. Ends up using the mix on the Fat Mini Faust. Doesn't end up getting the wall break, but uses it to get even more damage there.
That was such a funny interaction. I've never seen that. Oh, but they dropped it.
Pokes out from the
So,
low.
Enti's gonna get out. The flex shield. We're gonna go back to zoning.
I mean, trying to keep yourself safe here at full screen, not allowing Timmy to throw out these items that have been really making a difference so far in the set. Burst out. One of them really wants to take control of this final game. Uses the white wild assault, but ends up going for a hard knockdown. Has the follow-ups, and we're just going back to full screen. Gets the hit, has the PRC, and ends up. Oh no!
Doesn't
It
kill.
drops.
Doesn't quite kill. Enti has a chance, so any hit will do it. The PRC
Uses
poke.
the PRC into 6P to get the anti-air, puts Enti on set point.
These games are too close.
Man, such patience coming
So
out from
patient.
Los. It's so much patience. Oh no! Timmy able to get a big hit here, and we're watching some peak right now. Enti on the back foot, but still has these follow-ups, still has these big projectiles to come out on the screen, has 50 meters to their name, but doesn't have the burst lead. Gets a stray hit, allows them to convert into a wall stick. This is a lot of damage.
Faust still has burst though, and enough to PRC that, yep. Keep Enti in the corner here.
You know, doesn't get the walls break there, but does end up putting themselves in a great position. Enti has the burst to go in, but uses it for wild assault. The stab gets the big guard crush. It so much patience for both of these sides right now. Understanding what's at stake. Has the Roman cancel, but Timmy's gonna build burst here.
It's got build burst, are you gonna use it? Gotta PRC that.
Oh
my god, we're using it all!
Uses it for these extensions and plus frames, not able to get Enti to budge at all. Uses this jump, and it's so patient from both sides. One hit away, Enti could seal themselves into winners finals, but Timmy's not having the most of it. One more life. Oh, it doesn't end up killing! Oh!
We're gonna chip out, yep, with the poke.
The chip ends up killing. Oh. Oh, wow. What a close set. Enti able to secure the game off of a reverse sweep, getting into your winners finals. But man, Yarnspunstory has been making noise here in this top 8. Second match of winners side, Yarnspunstory getting this pressure started off fast, but Red Dawn on the back foot has this burst meter on their side, and Red Dawn doing a great job of playing. Oh my god, that damage, Jesus.
What happened? Was that risk? It had to been.
Yeah, the risk is slowly building up and just causing more and more damage. Doesn't even need to break the wall, gets a perfect to start out the game.
Yarnspun showing up with the Jacko.
I mean, but look at Red Dawn though, able to get this pressure started and oh no, the bomb!
Run up throw. Works every time.
This combo's kind of crazy. Hold on a second.
Jacko combos are so funny. Oh, we're gonna lose the command grab.
I mean, I think that was another interaction where a command grab ended up beating out a regular grab because of the invul from grab. Oh,
the hammer!
The YRC doesn't end up matter. The hammer ends up claiming the soul of Yarnspunstory, and it's tied up 1 round apiece.
When did he throw that? I didn't even see him throw that.
I don't know, but it ended up saving the life right now. But oh, look at this conversion. Stray hits matter so much when you're Yarnspunstory, able to make the most off of any of them. Jesus, that's 50%. Oh my god.
Yeah, that will do it. We got burst. Faust does have a second life here.
Oh my
potentially.
This strike throw is
Never
so.
mind.
Oh my god.
Okay. Wait, these are beginners? this is a beginner bracket?
That mix was nasty. I think I would have gotten hit by that 3 or 4 times over. I don't know how Red Dawn weathered the storm for that long.
Yarnspun really locked in on this Jacko. Like, when I played Yarnspun, they were still like in a character crisis. I think they switched characters every game we played. So I'm kind of happy that I graduated when I did, because I wouldn't want to fight this.
Yarnspun here, getting off the high of that first round. Red Dawn, though, wanting to play a little bit patient, staying at full screen, wanting to make sure that their presence is known in this game. But Yarnspun's not having any of it, using that blue Wild Assault to get these bots started. The little guys on screen, and look at that red bar risk.
Jacko just pranks her risk gauge. It's crazy. Another. Okay, we're just gonna keep doing doing this.
Gotta keep doing that, but gets the cross-up hit on the mix, allows for another combo. But Yarnspunstory using these objects to their advantage, has the burst end up building for Yarnspun. 100 meter on their side at this point, but Red Dawn able to take this first round here.
Yeah, Red Dawn, no slouch on the Faust here.
For more pressure, just pushing into the corner. Uses that blue Wild Assault. Lets the bots clean up their pressure. Goes backwards. Oh my god, this mix is insane.
What is this Jacko pressure?
Gets the sandwich pressure. One on each side. Cancels the bot, though. Understands the situation they're in. But Red Dawn able to continue this pressure, able to go back. But look at that backdash.
Is this Yarnspun playing, or did Nitro like make an alt account?
Goes for more jump-ins and more command throws. Doesn't end up getting it there. Yarnspun holding their ground, but Red Dawn is making it hard. Counter hit 2D. This is going to be a lot of damage and a great setup for pressure here for Yarnspun.
Yeah, minion behind you. It's tricky.
God, dude, Yarnspun is crazy. Alright, goes in for more insane mix and pressure. Uses that 2D, gets a big trap, gets the close slash, uses the 5k to end up killing, and Red Dawn ends up not able to cash out on the amount of damage that they had on Yarnspun at one point.
It's a good spot to be right here, though, for Faust. Just kind of keep those minions off screen as much as possible.
Throws out the meteor, but throws Red Dawn to avoid the pressure that comes up. What a heads-up play, and this 2D ends up catching. Builds the burst, but it doesn't matter because your wall's stuck. Look at this play from Yarnspun.
That was so smart. If that was intentional, that was like 10,000 IQ.
Oh, that had to be intentional. They used the Wild Assault so that whenever they were able to cash out on the mix, Red Dawn couldn't burst. That had to have been intentional.
Oh, 100%.
Oh my god, Yarnspun is playing out of their mind right now.
This is not the same Yarnspun I thought.
That is not a beginner. That is horrifying. I wouldn't want to play that.
Can we get somebody to check this isn't Nitro? Is Nitro playing right now?
I mean, Red Dawn is putting up a great fight, able to take some rounds here and there, and even making Yarnspun have to work for this pressure. It just so happens to be that Yarnspun is able to just do a great job and adapt so well.
Red Dawn can do it. I believe in it. Just kind of got to keep the craziness, keep the Faust crazy going.
Has the mini Faust on their side, though, able to play this neutral very well and has an advantage here. Uses the Roman cancel on the 2D, or on the dive kick, but it doesn't end up working out. Look at this, though. Red Dawn's so aware of the mini Faust, not letting it affect their pressure at all, but doesn't end up getting the combo. Only has to do, all they can do is just establish more Dude, oh my god.
Listen, Mini Faust is not very loyal. Wait. No, there's no way.
What?
They're a fraud. They're a fraud. Get them out of here.
God.
Ban Yarnspun. What?
Oh my God. That combo isn't afraid of the pressure at hand. Gets the cross up onto the sandwich pressure. Sets up more. Has the bot behind, but able to keep these bot pressure going up. Uses that dive kick, but it doesn't end up working. This mix from Yarnspun is so incredibly scary.
I'm sorry, Red Dawn. I do not envy you, but you can do this. It's locked in. Get Mini Faust in there.
They're playing neutral very well, but Yarnspun not having any part in it. That ambiguous left-right mix. What are you supposed to do if you're Red Dawn? Gets the cross-up, uses that gold burst, but doesn't end up
Mini Faust, do something, please.
But snip, snip, snip allows for Red Dawn to go on the pressure, go on the offensive, uses that mix, has the meter, the explosion comes out, but the 6P able to confirm the game for Yarnspun, and Yarnspun taking a 3-0 in dominant fashion.
That was actually just insane.
That. Coming into this top 8 losers side match, first one that we're showing in Ubercheesecake coming in on the Anji. Saw them earlier on stream, weren't able to make it through winner's side, but still made it top 8 nonetheless in SqUish. A veteran in this Gambit series. Seen them one time before where they almost won the entire thing, but now they're coming back here with a vengeance. Ubercheesecake on low health, but decides to spend resources, tries to get in more. SqUish spinning that burst right back.
This is looking very familiar. Are we sure this isn't also Yarnspun play?
It's a big counter hit 2D. Decides to spin the 50 meter. Spins 50 more meter to secure the kill. Going for a low here. Both these players going back to full screen, being so patient. Tries to 6P out these little guys, but doesn't end up working out. Gets the overhead to a hard knockdown, and now it gets blocked. Gets the jump into the air. Look at this counter hit.
He really needs to get in on Jacko. Jacko can just keep throwing minions at you all day.
Oh, gets the grab, gets the Fujin into the jump in, but doesn't end up working. SqUish able to take this first game in 2-0 fashion.
What a backdash there, too. I also appreciate the Jacko color, repping the Jason reference.
Color 10?
It's Jason. White mask.
Jason, it's got, you know what, yeah.
That
makes sense, yeah. Wait, this is color 11. Yes, the G. Okay, I see it. Yeah, I see what you're talking about. I respect it. The color choice is almost as good as the gameplay we're seeing right now. Ubercheesecake forced to use that burst, but that charge doesn't end up working out the way SqUish envisioned. Uses the overhead into the Roman cancel and gets a big wall break.
Oh, it's a big counter hit.
It's the wall bounce, but oh, look at this!
That doesn't kill. That will.
Able to reset the pressure and keep it going. Ubercheesecake showing some life in this set, adapting to what SqUish is trying to do, showing that first game doesn't really matter to them.
That's pressure. Good job jabbing out, but yeah, now you're right back in it.
Oh, tries to use the PRC to not get hit there, but takes the guard crush anyways. 50 meter to still be inside of Ubercheescake's pressure. Gets the hard knockdown, goes for the stagger pressure, but what a jump out!
Yep, gotta punish that. And there we go. That's what I was talking about. The minion is gonna mess up the spin.
Oh, tries to go for the overhead, but oh, ends up getting the game anyways. A really weird interaction with the overhead from the Fujin follow-up on Anji is that it hard knockdowns. So a lot of the time whenever you are seeing it, they've already either hit the ground and started the hard knockdown animation to where even if you Roman cancel it, it doesn't end up working.
I don't know what button that was they were pressing, but they must have pressed it like 20 times there, the Anji.
I believe that was bar slash?
Was it slash? Yeah.
Think? We'll get a chance to see it again here soon. Oh, goes for that butterfly, but doesn't. The minion ends up being behind.
It's the burst, the counter hit.
I mean, going back to full screen, 6Ping. Oh, gets the big counter hit here. Has the, tries to set up another bot for the combo extension, but uses the Elysium driver. Gotta remember, that's a reversal super.
Okay. And the minion. Yep. It's gonna hit with the lollipop.
Gotta clap it up. I mean, these minions are just so incredibly effective in establishing the pressure, especially whenever SqUish is the one using them. Goes for the overhead. A Roman cancels it now before they hit the ground. Gets the hard wall. Gets the wall break. Doesn't have a hard knockdown though.
It's looking good.
Ooh, get the
that
perfect.
Okay.
Ooh, look at that. Clipping the 5K and not letting them start any pressure. I believe, well, actually, I believe that's 5H. Goes for more pressure. The stagger pressure into the throw. Showing these Grand Blue roots, but doesn't end up mattering. Gets the side switch and now SqUish is on the offense.
Now you're in the minion. Oh, never mind. They're gone.
Oh my god, look at these conversions. Uses the deflect shield to get themselves back out of the corner, back on offense, but walks backward into the minion.
Oh.
Oh, gets the low, but SqUish has so many resources on their side. Gets the YRC into the low, goes up in the set 2-1.
These Jacko players, I'll tell you.
They just be getting crazier and crazier out here.
When did they get so good? What happened?
What happened?
Mankind knew that they cannot change society.
I gotta see the intro one more time.
They blamed the beasts.
One more for the people back home.
I think, you know, both these players, even if SqUish still has the lead, I think Ubercheescake still has such a strong chance in this set. Able to keep it going, has so much advantage whenever it comes to keeping locked in and not playing on tilt. That's something that a lot of players that we see in this bracket are good at, but it seems like Ubercheescake has such a great handle of it.
Yeah, Uber definitely has such a chance here, but it's gonna be tough. Jacko pressure is no joke.
Able to jump over that 6P attempt, the added recovery to that move. Look at the combo, able to get the wall stick.
Very cool, good conversion. LRC.
SqUish,
Some minions.
SqUish doing a great job at representing this YRC and what it can do inside of a set. Look at that conversion. Doesn't have the 50 meter to break the wall, but doing a great job at playing patiently. What a big counter hit.
Pressing something on wake up. It's gonna hurt, but we got minions out, and now the army. Oh, never mind.
You got the stun dipper at home.
Yeah, Stun Dipper at home.
This is the gold burst, and since it hit, we got positive bonus on our side now. We don't necessarily know if I would have used burst there myself, but it's gonna really end up helping out here. Having that 50 meter gets a big conversion. Might end up breaking the wall here.
Definitely will. Get some positive.
Gets the far slash into a big conversion. Jumps over the JD attempt, and the recovery ends up not letting SqUish keep a foot in this game, and we're going to game 5.
Mankind knew
Here we go.
change society.
Game
More
5
Jacko.
here.
Duel 1.
More minions. More spinning.
Goes for that 2K at round start. Tries to follow up after the minion, but doesn't end up working out. Kicks the minion to go for full screen, but this counter hit 2D. Has to burst out automatically.
Butterfly setup. But I bet you low.
Uses
Using a burst. Okay.
Oh, great. 6P here. Tries to pick up with the bot, but it doesn't end up working out. Has a low meter on their side, but still has the 50 tension to get to FD Ubercheescake out.
Oh, backdashing. Representing that throw quite a lot.
Has the bots out onto the screen, but Ubercheescake making the most of the situation. Going forward, gets the air-to-air hit, has the media on the close slash, and puts themselves on set point.
SqUish got this. They just need to throw more minions. It's always the answer.
Goes in for a throw
Bro's
here.
working again.
Man, this pressure is coming out from Ubercheescake so incredibly well. Gets the air hit, has the low, doesn't end up getting blocked, and SqUish is on a very scary situation here. Builds the burst, but is on low life total. Ubercheescake has a lot of health on their side.
So much work to make up. It is possible, but it's gonna be tough.
YRC for YRC jumps out of the corner, and the air hit ends up working. Ubercheescake takes the set.
They had the right idea. It's just trying to get around whatever that Anji move is called. It's very good.
It's good to see you in chat, SqUish, but going in here to our second match of top 8, we have Crownie repping that Bridget. We already might have seen them on stream before, but Coffee Fields using that burst, showing this defensive prowess that they've already showed on stream themselves also. Has the blue Wild Assault to continue in, get these plus frames, keep it going. Has these big normals inside of this pressure.
Yellow run up grab, and the yellow RC is wild.
Hey, it's a good tactic to use. Since YRC guard crushes, it's a good way to take advantage of those plus frames. A lot of people don't expect it. Ooh, look at this
Crownie with the
conversion.
classic throw. Oh,
Okay. Okay. I know Jeek is popping off in chat right now. He loves his Bridget, and Crownie is not disappointing. Able to take this first round of this top 8 match.
I've got hit by that exact same setup from Crownie multiple times.
Ooh, but look at this. Coffee Field fighting back, going on to the offense. Goes for the JS, but Crownie able to use that JD to fall down and get more pressure. And look at this conversion, sets up into more mix.
Gonna use the Roger, keep him in the corner. That should whopper. Oh, patient.
Coffee Field really starting to take prowess in this neutral. Has the
Tap
tap dust. Is this gonna kill?
Does this kill? Does.
Man, it's always a case of that low Bridget health, and Coffee Field making the most out of it. Playing patient, not wanting to get hit with this back hit, but also not wanting to challenge the forward roll. Crownie gets a big counter hit, and Coffee Field has to burst out.
I know all about the low health. Trust me. It doesn't feel good.
I mean, you've shown us the Melia before, so we understand you got a good taste of what low health characters are like, and Crownie showing that it doesn't really matter. Getting hit doesn't mean you're out of the set, but Coffee able to chase to the corner, and this neutral is going really back and forth.
It really is. This is Street Fighter we're watching right now.
Oh, speaking of Street Fighter, gets the run-up throw, gets
Throw
the
it.
throw again!
Oh, letting him out. Interesting. I don't know if that was intentional.
Maybe they wanted to go for the super there, but misinput it. Crownie has low health, but has the burst to their side. Coffee, though, not out of the weeds yet, has DI on their side, but the DP ends up catching.
So low. Oh, the wild assault. Oh, they waited so long.
What a great way to delay the burst from Crownie. If they would have kept the usual timing that they've been showing so far, not only on stream, but in this set so far, then they would have gotten burst baited. But look at that adaptation.
Yeah, super well played to hold the burst that long.
I was clinched.
I want to know whatever technology Bridget has to keep her stockings up, because I need it.
You need it? You think it has to do with the giant handcuff?
Maybe. That's what I'm missing.
I could see the giant handcuff around your waist. Goes for the big Fudra arc overhead, but it doesn't end up working out. Goes back to full screen. Just spinning. Looking like Anji out here.
This is gonna hurt. Not gonna kill, but it's gonna hurt.
Goes in for the jump and able to secure the round. Coffee Fields able to make a statement in this set and showing that they still have life after that first game.
It's gonna be a big chunk of damage here. Very patient though. I can see the options.
What?
Oh, the 6P.
Oh,
and the
charge dust. They're gonna build burst, but Coffee Fields able to finish the combo beforehand. Does the PRC? Looks. Gets the throw and claims the second game of the set with a perfect.
That was so well played. They spiked Crownie down right before they got burst back, and then played around it with the PRC forward and a grab.
Such a heads-up play. What a way to keep themselves going.
Coffee Fields, really strong high player. Very impressive.
Going back to neutral here, Crownie wanting to play patient, wanting to use these great normals, but oh wow, look at that conversion! Has to burst out, doesn't want to get sent to the wall yet.
Oh my gosh, from full screen.
Oh, the DP though. Coming out, catching one of Crownie's normals. The 6Ps get traded back and forth, but it doesn't end up working. Has the projectile to keep the pressure going. And Coffee Fields has been doing such a great job at continuing these combos and making these stray hits count. I think that's what we see a lot from our bigger beginner players here.
All that was off of Scum Dipper RC, by the way, which is absolutely wild.
Got danger. We're in risk of losing all of our burst here if we don't stop backing up, but Coffee Fields able to get the final hit, secure the round.
Good end.
Oh,
backdash the Roger.
Tries the DP on the projectile, but it doesn't end up working out. Goes back to the zoning game herself and is able to do some very great poking. Return to the killing machine, sets up for more pressure to low, gets the bait!
First bait.
Oh wow, what a heads up read from Crownie. Way to stay patient on offense. Not being very afraid of the pressure that Coffee Fields was putting out, or that Crownie was putting out. Coffee Fields feels the need to burst.
Crownie not quite having enough there to PRC his scooter in. Got back thrown.
Goes backwards. Look at how patient this neutral is. Goes for the low. Gets another big conversion here into more mix. Standing at full screen. The Fudra arc doesn't end up working out. Goes in for more pressure, just staying behind this yo-yo.
Crownie doing really well just playing at this distance where Kai can't really even do anything.
I think not only do they have a great awareness of what Kai's range is, but also what her own range is. Doing a great job at staying just outside of the range, but man, Coffee Fields making this Shoto Zoder mix it like a rushdown character.
Dropped it on the wild assault there, but ended up picking up in the end.
Gets the 2H, ends up setting with the plus frames. Gets the low, has the wild assault to continue going. Gets the grab, we're gonna see a wall break here.
Positive bonus, a lot of meter to work with for both players. And it's gone, never mind.
Uses the YRC on both sides, but Crownie does have positive bonus. Forces the burst out, has the Roman cancel, gets the side switch, but doesn't end up converting off the mix. Woo, it's a chip out.
I'll do it.
Crownie able to go up in this set 2-1, 1 win away from claiming this set, but Coffee Fields is doing such a great job at adapting, chasing down and forcing this pressure, using these neutral skips and not letting Crownie breathe whenever they get the chance.
Coffee also been doing a very good job blocking. It's just Bridget pressure from that range. It's tough to get her like locked down.
Couldn't agree more. It feels like any time that that Crownie has these buttons ready to go and ready to fire. Look at the read! What an air grab!
Round start, dash forward air grab. Okay.
Using this burst very aggressively. The JS counter hit ends up enveloping into more pressure for Coffee Fields. But look at this awareness to jump out. Gets the big conversion. Oh my god! Gets more mix off of it!
When does it end? And there we go again. Sun Dipper showing why it's such a good move.
Has the big pickup, looking like Daniel Maza with these combo routings. Has more pressure, gets the Sun State on, and gets the back counter hit. And Crownie ends up losing this first round. Coffee Fields goes up 1-2.
Got another game 5.
Gets the big conversions here. Crownie, again, as you were talking about, Metzer, playing it great at these ranges, doing such a great job at playing outside of Kai's range as a whole.
Opting to go for another setup here. For the extra damage.
Goes for the return of the killing machine, making quick work of this. What a backdash! Has the Roman cancel to keep the pressure going. 100 meter on their side altogether, decides to spend all of it in this one combo.
Not quite Bridget damage.
The YRC ends up coming out, but the DP secures a perfect to put herself on set point.
This is tense.
Big burst here.
Bursting early.
I mean, on tournament point, don't want to let anybody get momentum on their side. And look at this, the burst coming out from Coffee Fields and then from Crownie. Return of the killing machine doesn't really want to play neutral. It's shown that they can do it well, but doesn't want to do it now. Uses the cancel on that roll to try to bait out any buttons, and it's working so well right now.
Letting Crownie get in there with the spin. Oh, baiting the DP.
Not able to kill here. What a bash on the grab! Oh, so tense here. Has the
Back
grab
throw.
50 meter on their side, uses the meter to
kill?
convert into a combo. Oh, but drops!
it.
Uses the wild assault, goes in,
Jumps.
but the
Oh my
grab
God.
gets
Okay.
jumped over, and we're going to game 5, Metzer. Oh.
What
Oh.
recognition to realize that Crownie has been going for that grab setup to like jump out and punish it.
I'm pitying that.
These games are crazy.
It's so back and forth right now. This neutral goes from so rushed down and heavy and full of aggression to very patient, back and forth, playing outside of each other's ranges, and it seems like Crownie's winning these interactions.
I'll say it again. I've said it so much already, but this is not beginner gameplay.
Doing a great job at baiting out, wanting to make Coffee Field throw out these 6-piece, throw out these anti-airs, or not letting them get a chance. Has to burst out. Both of these players using their resources as soon as they can. But Crownie finding a way to get out of the corner, using these yo-yos to really contest these projectiles, but Coffee Field gets a big hit.
What a punish from just getting a hit out of the air again.
Going into danger here. Very patient gameplay, but at the cost of maybe your meter doesn't want to get that negative penalty, and Coffeefield able to make the most of it.
Tap does, but you have no RC.
Maybe wanted charge dust, but it just didn't end up working out. 50 burst and meter on the side of Crownie. The backup puts them into danger time again, but man, we're continuing our pressure.
RCing the scooter. Not setting yo-yo.
Oh, negative penalty. You lose all of the meter that you once had. Has to start from square run. Uses the charge dust to break the wall. And we're at one interaction away for both these characters. Oh,
And the back throw.
Oh no. Coffeefield ends up going on set point right now.
Quite a burst lead too.
That negative penalty is really rearing its ugly head right now. The roll goes through the projectile, and Coffeefield feels the need to burst right now. Doesn't want to give Crownie any momentum at all.
Coffee playing so patiently here, trying to wait for their moment for Crownie to like make a mistake.
Ooh, but look at the way Crownie's playing the spacing. The jump normal, what a great conversion, but it ends up dropping. Has the blue wild assault to continue the combo. Maybe was expecting the grab, but it didn't come out. Look at this mix from Crownie.
Sun Dipper.
No. The hit doesn't end up coming out how you want. Backwards jump for Coffeefields wanting to stay safe here. Both these characters are so ready. Neutral the back dash on the grab!
Tried it. You tried for the run-up grab. Oh, it's gonna snipe out.
Oh.
And then a big hit. This is kill. Oh!
Shock State ends up coming out from... Oh, the Shock State ends up being put on by Coffeefields, and what a great fight from Crownie, but Coffeefield able to go in farther into this bracket, and that is round one, everybody. Man, what a close set of games. All right, going into our next round of losers season, we have Timmy coming out here on this Faust, winning a really close one, and Ubercheescake doing a great job so far in this matchup. Going in for more pressure, gets the needle reset, and gets more pressure going here. Look at this damage coming out from Ubercheescake.
That's the risk. You gotta watch it. Oh, gonna eat and does this go with the bomb?
Oh, I thought the bomb was gonna let them combo, but again, we get into another situation of the hard knockdown proccing and not letting somebody pick up off the normal. Ooh, tries to go for a sip, but ends up using the burst. Somebody in chat betting the house on Ubercheescake. The Scalpel Pool has something to say about that, though. Doesn't use the 50 meter, tries to use the BRC. PRC Scarecrow that close in your face? That was just the first round of this set, it was that close.
It's gonna be a long one. I can feel it.
Overhead, and it ends up getting this pressure. The needle reset. Timmy on the back foot here. Ubercheescake doing such a good job, but drops the combo.
Super item, super.
Oh, what a mindful way to approach the conversion.
Oh, what?
Oh, the stagger.
Did you just see what I just saw?
I think
Did
they
you
got
see the double hammer? So if I remember, due to the hammer incident, Timmy is up 1 on this.
Yeah, they're up 1-0 so far right now, but Ubercheescake able to make a big present. Has the throws, gets them Faust Stampede. Mini Faut has the spin in to establish themselves in neutral, smacks the bomb away, but Timmy able to get their way out of it.
Good awareness from Uber, backdashing to grab the Dark Angel at home there.
Uses the Scarecrow. Roman cancels the hit. is able to get the back hit of the mix and continue the combo.
Gotta watch your head though. It's coming in. Oh, getting hit by the spin.
Mix had the PRC to get the combo that somehow didn't kill. But look at the spin on round start. Able to block, but this hard knockdown comes from after the guard crush. This butterfly pressure is so incredibly scary. Ubercheescake has been making the most out of it.
Oh my gosh, taking him on a ride here. Dropping him at the end though. Gonna hold on to burst.
Holding on to this burst at all costs. You're able to come back here, and even so, if you don't, you still have this life lead. You don't have to commit to anything yet. Uses the bomb for pressure, but Timmy able to jump out, gets the scalpel pull, has a banana between them, and Ubercheescake feels the need to use the burst.
The backdash.
Oh! The low, able to catch out, and Timmy still retains that burst and Ubercheescake had to use.
Insane. The amount of life that Timmy was able to take off there and getting burst.
I mean, not only that, but look at how solid Timmy's defense is right now, blocking this mix from the Fujin, and now Ubercheescake is on the positive side of this, getting that wall break,
punishing it really well there, getting a bomb set up, and this is gonna hurt.
Goes in for more pressure. Both these players trying to get a read on each other again, trying to go back into this mindset of how they played and what they understood. Timmy, though, able to get the snip. There's 6. Gets the JD. And now, ooh, Ubercheescake is starting to mount a comeback here.
On a magic pixel. We're going to see what the wall break situation's like.
Goes for the air hit. Calls out Timmy jumping.
Yes.
The BRC and the 5P ends up catching Ubercheescake out. Timmy going up 2-0 in this set, and Ubercheescake making them fight for it.
Both players that game were on a round where they had a pixel and were mounting like a pretty good comeback.
Mankind new. Duel 1.
No. Going into this next round here, while Timmy is on set point, Ubercheescake has shown the ability to really crawl back in a lot of these situations. Gets the meaty close slash, big counter hit, and Timmy feels the need to burst right away.
Faust really wants that horn. There, he got it.
I mean, wouldn't you also want the Dark Angel at home? Oh, there's 7.
I would, but...
Goes for the bomb explosion, and oh no, can't continue the combo. But what a backdash on the pressure there.
Killer RC is gonna reverse it. You gotta watch your head here. Nope. By that.
Continue this pressure. Goes for the jump in after the Fujin, and Ubercheescake is really showing what this Anji pressure can do. But look at the blocks from Timmy. Such sure defense.
Hammer kept him from dying there. Scarecrow, PRC. Okay, we're going for it a little bit too much here.
I mean, there could have been 7, but it didn't end up working out. The backdash coming out from Ubercheescake, finally getting a good read on when these snips are gonna come out.
Throw a bomb at you in the corner and mini Faust out.
Oh! The bomb ends up catching the follow-up. Stopping to... Oh, goes for another grab, but had the mini Faust to keep himself safe.
And this will kill.
Timmy's gonna put themselves on set point here.
Duel 3. Let's rock.
Both pretty even on burst here as well, so both will have an option to get out.
Lows coming out from Ubercheescake, starting to catch on that Timmy is just reacting low and is really mixing up here, but the combo doesn't end up converting out.
Another really good punish on the that Anji special going up in the air. Again.
Oh, look at the spin. The banana ends up tripping Ubercheescake as they try to get backwards. The JD gets a big counter hit, ignites it on fire, and what?
What a conversion. This is gonna do a lot of damage. I don't think it kills, but yeah, it's gonna hurt.
Drone crushing inside the ending in that hard knockdown. Decides to just throw out the items though.
Yep, let's fill the screen. Nonsense. Gotta RC that, yep, because of the Faust stampede.
Oh, tries to go for a PRC off of that scarecrow, and it doesn't end up working. Ubercheescake able to get a big mash, and now the set's 2-1. Are we gonna see a reverse sweep?
I could see it. I could definitely see it. Ubercheescake, very good Anji player. But you have to contest with all the Faust items getting command grabbed every 5 seconds. Having your afro on fire. Won't be easy.
Timmy able to get another change in music and scenery here, keeping it fresh in Ubercheescake, keeping that same old pressure that we've been seeing. Such a great amount of just increase in pressure that we've been seeing, but oh wow, look at this. The 100-ton weight gives Timmy an advantage.
This is not where you want to be against Anji. Getting high-low mix-up in the corner.
Oh no, getting a little bit too antsy on these grabs, trying to add more to the counter, but it doesn't end up working out. Ubercheescake able to take this round in convincing style.
Oh, and an air grab on round start. Okay.
Getting a reset on the pressure, getting a big counter hit. Timmy feels the need to burst out. The meteor's coming out, gets the side switch, and almost converts off of that into a big combo.
Oh, Anji dropping out, giving Faust a chance here. Meteors gonna catch the spin.
Gets the full screen grab in, doesn't get the perfect hit though, only gives healing back to Ubercheescake. Not what you want to do versus a player like this. Any amount of health counts.
Faust does have 50 meter here to do something. PRC though.
Oh, PRCs then dashes backwards, gets the cross up, and man, the mini Faust, the mix.
I don't think Uber was expecting the stampede from that direction.
Ooh, what a reaction to the charge dust. That wasn't just a tap. The 100-ton weight ends up coming down, but Ubercheescake spins right through it. This pressure is really layering on for both of these players, and Timmy able to do a great job routing around these different items that they're getting.
Oh my gosh, again, slash. So many slashes.
The bomb behind.
Gotta watch the bomb.
Has to give up the pressure.
Kyubert's gonna take it. Game 5.
Of course, we're gonna get to game 5 after this close of a top 8. It feels like everybody's absolutely scrapping for a top spot.
So true. Oddity knows what I'm saying. Alright, looks like we fought the internet demon.
Mankind knew that they
Getting back to it.
society.
This map is so pretty.
This is a great map. I love this map.
Is this the map that came out alongside Dizzy? I believe. What was it?
It was out before Dizzy. The Dizzy trailer was on it, but
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah. But who did it come alongside? Because it wasn't alongside A.B.A. It wasn't alongside Slayer. It wasn't alongside Asuka. Was it alongside I don't know. Going into this match here, this game 5 gets a big air throw read, going in for more pressure. Ubercheescake starts out this game hot.
I play Eno. I don't buy DLC characters. Sorry.
I'll pay another $6 for my goat. I love A.B.A. And $6 for Slayer. I love both these characters.
Oh my gosh, back and forth.
Goes for a low, gets a big conversion, ends up going to the wall, gets the close
Dropping
slash,
it.
but the combo ends up dropping.
I get mixed. Sent to the other corner.
I mean,
Trumpet?
both sides.
Where'd the trumpet go? I lost it. I didn't even see it.
It got
That should
thrown
go.
directly to Ubercheesecake, and Timmy putting themselves on set point here.
Round start spin. Classic.
Holy thing, sorry about. Oh, but Timmy though, able to keep it going corner to corner. Not just the mix, the hammer ends up coming down to keep themselves safe. The scalpel pull, this is going to be a lot of damage here.
Gonna get hit by PRC Scarecrow though and take it to the other corner.
Oh, gets the juke out and gets a big
Oh, what a
conversion into
conversion.
the corner. Oh my god!
What a
Oh,
pixel. Japanese guts.
Gets the overhead, does the far slash, has the PRC to keep themselves safe. Ubercheesecake barely has meter, and the jump back from Timmy, getting themselves farther into this top 8 and barely escaping the mix that Ubercheesecake has been putting on.
Wow, that was fast.
I'm having a great time right now if you can't tell.
It
Alright.
has been fun.
Coffee Fields coming in here after winning a very close set versus Crownie and Red Dawn, continuing their reign here in this top 8 after losing a set to, I believe they got reverse swept by Enti, or was that Timmy? It was one of the two Faust. All I know is that we're going here for another top 8 match and going in for more pressure here. Coffee Fields able to continue their string after using that burst. This risk gauge is really building up, cashes it out. Has the shock state to continue the pressure.
That hits from that far? That's wild.
Goes for the mix, and man, look at Coffee Field's defense. Doing such a great job at making sure that Red Dawn isn't able to get a stray hit into a nasty conversion.
Run up grab.
Run up grab. Tries to go
Faust
for the
will throw
fake
out,
left-right mix. Oh, running in from downtown, gets OTG'd by the bomb, and the trumpet able to call in more reinforcements to continue this pressure for Red Dawn.
Faust Stampede is just the Dark Angel at home.
Archangel. Well, oh, look at the safe jump on the DP. Not letting Coffee Field get a brick of damage, but Dark Angel. Oh my god, look
Air
at the
throw.
uses the PRC or BRC to get in there, slow down time, and get that air throw. Coffee Field, they're being so patient. Once again, we see Coffee Field slowing down the game to let them play their neutral-based footsies.
Mini Faust blind. Actually can't see.
Ends up hitting the bomb away from Red Dawn, and now converts into a big combo, but oh no, it drops!
Oh, Versal DP. It's always a threat.
Tries to go for the tick throw there, but it ends up getting tech. Red Dawn aware and ready to make any situation happen. The BRC to avoid the snip, 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 and now more pressure. The crawl going underneath the projectile, though.
An air throw. Oh my god, yeah. Faust representing that twice in that set, with just being able to low profile the fireball.
It really is making a lot of a difference here. Just not being able to get that shock state on when going for pressure and making pressure all around harder to get started.
Yeah, it's hard to adjust to when some of your tools just don't work on some characters. I know for Eno, like some characters can just low profile HCL and just can't use it. Gotta kind of adapt.
A.B.A.'s one of them. She just low profiles it by standing there.
Yep, pretty much.
Pressure coming out, but now the projectiles are finding their mark, and Coffee Field going very back and forth in neutral, going from chasing down and being aggressive to playing patient, playing at their ranges, wanting to let this Kai sword speak for itself.
This isn't a burst. Up grab.
Man,
Going fireball setups and it's just not working.
Just down backing and making it with Red Dawn as representing Crawl so well in this matchup right now. Oh, gets the running pickup on the Faust horn. Gets a big wall break here, but it doesn't end up killing, left on a sliver of life.
Scalpel dive will do it though. Both players backing up, very patient.
I mean, this is the second game in the set so far. Really want to make sure that they're able to adapt and get a good read. Goes for the 6K Oki, but it ends up whiffing. Red Dawn is so good at making these buttons whiff with Crawl.
It's gonna be some good damage here though. Positive.
It's the just block while going into the air, gets hit by the forward slash, but it doesn't matter. Red Dawn able to pick up and continue this pressure. Goes for the Roman cancel on the mix, but it doesn't end up mattering. What a 2P to check that run in.
Just a little bit more damage will do it. FDing very well.
Backing up, not wanting to let Coffee Fields get anything started with such low health. Red Dawn able to get the low, has the meteor, tries to be patient, gets the snip.
I can't believe Red Dawn's still alive. What is happening?
I mean, they're making miracles happen right now. Oh, it doesn't end up killing though.
He did OTG.
Oh, and able to secure up and clutch out the round while getting put on a sliver of life themselves. Such patient play from Coffee Fields right now, really wanting to slow down the game and stop any approach, but now, when they get in that Crawl though, stopping the Oki pressure for a second.
Make a chunk of damage here though, and positive.
Gets the mini Faust out on the screen, and now they just win this neutral for free. Mix, carrying to the corner, but look at this reversal super.
I'll do it.
You know, man, I think that Coffee Fields is the first player we've seen really represent these reversal supers. Have you seen anybody represent them so far?
I think we've seen it. I believe the May match we watched, we did see a reversal, but you're definitely right. There hasn't been a lot of reversal supers, which honestly, I think shows a lot of like restraint, especially for like a beginner bracket. It's very tempting to just wake up super, and sometimes it works, like we saw there, but it's knowing when to represent it.
Exactly. And I think it also matters that a lot of beginners go for baits a lot of the times, and it works sometimes, especially whenever you're in these situations like top 8s and everybody's antsy and willing, but sometimes it just doesn't end up working out. Oh, what an adaptation! Oh, did you see that, Enomancer?
I did.
Going in after the projectile, understanding that it wasn't going to hit, and not having the hit stun to not get a grab. What an adaptation from Coffee Field.
There we go again. Finally seeing that they are going to low profile it and making the adaptation.
Gets the cross up on the mix. So used to blocking that same side JD. Doesn't end up working and strike throw Gremlin.
Just waiting to see what they do and run up and throw.
Backing up, staying patient once again. You know, from what I've seen so far of Coffee Fields, they're like a tiger stalking prey, being very patient, going back, and when they get the chance, they stop. And what a defensive play to avoid the grab!
Absolutely impressive. Like, high gameplay of them just adapting and waiting. But now you gotta deal with all this, so good luck.
Tries to get that low in there, but the mini Faust able to cover Red Dawn safely. Just throw goes into more pressure. Coffeefield's using that Stun Dipper PRC.
Getting back thrown though for the trouble.
Red Dawn with a big wall break here. Has the 50. Oh, look at the bait on the DP.
BRCing forward and having enough time to block the DP there.
Look at this staggering pressure. Red Dawn using that blue Wild Assault to get this pressure started, gets the plus frames, and Coffeefield's willing to continue to the corner. Oh no, but the combo drops!
Dropped combo, but still in the corner. Still got to deal with Kai. Faust getting out though, getting the bomb set up here.
Oh, but doesn't end up being able to convert off of it. Had the snip, snip, snip for the explosion, but gets another snip, snip, snip. Maybe they try again. Such a good song. Gets these bombs stored inside of the bag of Faust, and now we're going in. Coffeefield uses this burst, realizes that Red Dawn's pressure is mounting, has the DI on their side, but has to be careful. The hammer hits and the bomb kills.
Very patient, waiting it out, but at that point in neutral, you are just giving Faust kind of a time there to just throw out stuff. And every time Faust throws something out, it's gonna usually 90% of the time be miserable for you. Taking a moment here.
But going in here, I think it's... This bracket has been so incredibly high intensity. It's 2-1 Red Dawn right now. One game away from making this set known, and this Crawls once again really nullifying that pressure that those projectiles instill.
I wonder how many snips we've seen today alone.
I mean, we've at least seen 3. I mean,
there's been a lot more than that.
I say it's a low end number. Right? It's at least 3 different Fausts, 3 different chances to see the snip, snip, snip. But man, look at this conversion. Red Dawn going great, but the tech on the run up throw. Coffeefield's been representing that a lot, and Red Dawn's just not having it.
Oh, Faust got attacked by the bomb there. Really low health here on Kai. Gotta FD some of this.
Goes for the scalpel in the air, really denying any chance, and gets the hard knockdown off the 100-ton weight from the Fudra arc.
Set, hammer. Oh, not another one.
We in here. Look at how patient this pressure is, and Coffeefield's able to win the interaction, but not win the war. The BRC, the far slash ends up coming out.
They had the right idea. They played it well. It just didn't quite work out.
Mix, mix, mix. Going farther, deeper into the corner, throws out the mini Faust and gets the strike throw pressure stayed up. There's at least 4 right there. The mini Faust ends up coming in again. These lows and stagger pressure are really mounting for Red Dawn right now.
Good blocking though, right up until the Wild Assault.
I mean, you can only block so long versus a player like Red Dawn. They're so great at representing these options. And look at that wall break.
This is what they need. Lots of meter to work with. Dragon install. Ooh.
Drag DI. Let's see what they can cook up here. We have to have our comeback mechanic. We're in for the rest of the game on this. Going in for the throw. The PRC gets the close slash. Coffeefield has to burst out if they want to continue.
Sing that stun. Oh, but you're gonna get accepted.
Coffeefield's not able to come back with that DI. DI into die seems to be a true combo today, but I do respect the attempt. Red Dawn going further into this bracket. All right, going into this winner's final set. The winner of this will get to go into Grand on that winner's side. Get that coveted cushion, and Yarnspun has been pushing through this bracket so far with this ambiguous left-right pressure and crazy combos and confirms, but Enti has been doing great. Using this meter, not letting anyone get a chance to survive this zoning mix and pressure. Yarnspun taking a lot of damage here, but Enti not scathed themselves. Going off of this pressure, had to use that burst, and the YRC ends up coming out.
Enti doing a great job keeping Jacko locked down there. You don't want to let Jacko get started, get minions on the screen.
I think Yarnspun has probably made the business decision. Ooh, uses the BRC slingshot to get themselves out of the corner, making a business decision, saving this burst, has the meter. Look at this conversion! Oh my god!
Actually insane.
That.
What do we do here? Hard knockdown.
This is the BLC they own. Has the backdash on the grab, and Yarnspunstory picks up exactly where they left off, taking this first round.
And you're right where you don't want to be, which is in the corner against Jacko minions.
Oh no!
Doing a good job. Poke out.
I think that might have been a misinput from Yarnspun. You don't want gold burst there, especially whenever it can't hit, and Enti is making the most of it. Has to burst aggressively, keeps Yarnspun in the corner, has the Roman cancel to continue the combo. This is a decent bit of damage.
See what we got here to get you back in the corner with the minion. Oh, good job though, Yellow RC. We'll kill it.
Look at that explosion going on here. These follow-ups and needles are doing so much work for Enti right now. This just zoning game plan that Enti implements works so well.
Yeah, I mean, once you get low health against Bedman, like, and they got you full screen, what do you do?
What a wall stick there. Very much awareness to understand what follow-up they have. It gets the install, and this is going to be a lot of big stuff coming from Enti.
I think that was the projectile, right? Jump up,
yeah.
Shoot. Yeah.
I think that was the follow-up. Yeah.
Wow, what a difference from the last time we saw Yarnspun. Like, still very good Jacko, but not oppressive. Enti doing like a really good job of kind of keeping the Jacko at bay.
Going into this next game here, Yarnspun is on the back foot, losing that first match, and Enti really taking advantage. Gets the counter hit on round start. Yarnspun trying to use these backdashes, but Enti's having absolutely none of it.
Already half health on Yarnspun.
Yarnspun definitely not out of it yet. Able to keep the pressure up, keep it going. The strike throw really scary. Wow. It's a little breaking ball.
Hard down. See what you have after the wall break. Just gonna run up.
Oh! Gets the YRC bait off the 2P. Doesn't want to let Enti have a chance and uses the defense. Now these bots are going to be super armored. You can't poke out here. Risk is only building. The strike throw ends up being cashed out.
That's tough. That's like basically checkmate.
Yarnspun backing up, trying to play patiently against Enti's pressure. It just doesn't end up working out. The charge just doesn't end up hitting, and the JS counter hit. You gotta burst there if you're Yarnspun. Want to keep this momentum on your side.
Trying to get the minion behind Bedman there, but Enti doing a good job getting out. And now you got install.
In here, the 2D ends up putting in work, and oh my god, that ambiguous cross-up has the tap dust to continue the combo and calls out the deflect shield. more mix going on here. The left-right pressure. Look at Yarnspun cook.
Enti though, playing on Bedman. Lots of health you gotta chew through. Reversal super? It is.
Has the 50. Oh, it killed?
Kills?
Yarnspun. Oh, Enti was doing such a great job there. Went to follow up on the knockdown and get that close slash on the meaty pressure, but it just didn't end up working out. Wow.
I mean, Bedman has a lot of health, but I guess not that much.
Wow. Bedman, you know, going from season 3 to 4, one of the biggest changes that happened to Bedman was how they changed the defense modifiers to give him even more health. It was one of the biggest buffs that he's got, including that JS that vacuums that Enti keeps showing off.
Enti doing a really good job here, keeping Yarnspun in the corner, no minions. This is impressive.
Man,
you're dead.
Lost the
With a
round
perfect
start. Lost the round start, and Enti just established more and more pressure. Gets these minions out on the bot. Goes for the burst. Doesn't want to let Yarnspun get their pressure started. They understand how scary it is because they've had to go through it 2 times now.
What a great escape to get out of the corner.
Uses the flying JH to get in. Goes for the minion. Keeps it up and has the 50 meter to break the wall.
Got positive, hard knockdown. What do we do? Run up jab. Interesting.
But Enti's aware enough to backdash it, not letting Yarnspun get the pressure they want. And oh no, such a low health on the side of Yarnspun, but they're about to build burst back, and they have the 100 meter.
It grabs the wild assault.
Has the
Does this
Elysium
kill?
drive. I think scaling might stop it. Oh wow, so little damage. Tries to go for a button and it doesn't end up working out. Yarnspun able to claw back and win and keep the burst.
That round was so close.
That first, the white waddle assault gets stopped by one of the minions coming out, and this pressure just keeps mounting from Enti, constantly finding ways to make it stave, and that cross up was gross.
What a mix! Bedman has mix?
I mean, Enti's been assuring me that they have mix. Look at the BRC, but it isn't working out. Has used it a flex shield, 50 meter on their side, but you can only weather the storm for so long.
This is so tough. Doing a good job though, getting in. This is your chance. But yep, LRC is gonna do it.
The low ends up coming out. Enti able to get up in this set 2-1. Very back and forth games. You can tell whenever a player like Enti and a player like Yarnspun meant, it's only going to end up in close sets.
Why do I feel like this is going to be another game 5? I'm not sad. I'm not sad. I always want more game 5s. I'm just saying. I feel like this whole tournament is game 5. Game 5. It is wild.
Man, duel 1.
That was C-Roar that said that. I don't know if you guys, I don't think you guys can hear it. But going in for the pressure here, Enti automatically using that burst, understanding what Yarnspun is capable of, goes for the big overhead, and we're trading burst tit for tat right now.
And the pressive zoning, and now you have install, so it's even more annoying to deal with. Oh my god.
Guard crushes coming out left and right. That's just what happens in perfect on the side of Enti. These Yarnspun need this. Cake Craver definitely. Yarnspun definitely has a fan of Cake Craver and gets the counter hit. Able to set up this mix. The 2D ends up hitting low. goes for more and more pressure into the corner, has the Elysium driver and breaks the wall with it.
Interesting the Jacko is not going for something else on the hard knockdown, but oh my god, okay, charge dust.
Had the follow-up too to keep it safe, even if it did. Uses the BRC to slingshot, but it isn't working. Enti has the meter and is able to close it out. Enti's gonna get to grand finals.
What a match. Enti, I don't even know what to say. I don't see Bedman very often, but Enti makes me terrified to ever have to fight Bedman.
Right. Going into this losers finals qualifier, we have Red Dawn coming in here off a great run, and Timmy able to get in through another great run through losers. Both of these players having to pave their way, one falling from winners, but that does not mean that they're out of it yet. Timmy using the burst first, going in for more pressure as Red Dawn, using that wild assault to get that conversion, keep it going, and has the meter to break the wall.
I've never seen the Faust reaction. Oh, that's cute. That's a little mini Faust.
It's bone-crushing excitement. Hey, there's 7.
There you go. It's another one.
I'm gonna keep track.
Timmy is the blue, dark blue. Red Dawn is the light blue. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's Timmy color 1, Red Dawn color 11, I think? Goes for the mix, and Red Dawn gets poked out. Knowing that mix is minus shows that these players have understandings of their character and what works and what doesn't.
Item super. Got a mini Faust out there.
You know, one broke off from the hurt and was able to control neutral to a different level. Same brain cell, both of them going for the J for the
Expect nothing less.
Goes for the mix, gets the mix into the low. There's an 8, goes in for more pressure, gets the JD.
Red Dawn's gonna take it. Just item better, I guess.
Item better. So you think it was an item diff?
Just RNG better, I don't know what to tell you.
RNG bitches. It's RNG better.
Let's go gambling.
Hey, we are at the Gambit. Got it. Gotta gamble. Got it.
All right, so Faust.
Faust. There's 2 of them.
Items. Bombs.
Weights.
Weights. There you go. You win. You got mini Faust. Good job.
You win neutral now.
Yep.
Mom said it's my turn on the neutral.
Getting an item right before that. I didn't see what it was though.
Ended up being a hammer.
It's a hammer, okay.
But Timmy does have it, so we're able to... Oh, I think I know what they were going for. I think they wanted to do the bone-crushing excitement into a PRC to keep the invul frames and go for something. But it didn't end up working out. What do you mean that counter hit?
Hammers. Wait.
1-ton weights.
Trumpet back there. Not gonna really get to use it, but
gets the trumpet anyways, and has to keep the pressure going. Red Dawn able to get a chance to go in here, but Timmy breaks out using all of the resources they have. The 6P ends up clipping though.
Timmy trying their best there to get like any kind of hit on that pressure.
Trying to extend using all of possible. A big trade here. JD for a dive kick. Doesn't end up working out, and Red Dawn able to go up in this set 2-0.
So you tell me, what does Temmie do differently?
No.
Besides item better.
My guess is it would probably have to come down to playing a neutral a little bit differently. Red Dawn is able to stick out these normals, able to get all these projectiles out, and really make Temmie work for any kind of neutral skip that they get, any kind of neutral pokes that they get. I think things like Scarecrow, or maybe even being willing to use these being more willing to use these neutral buttons more liberally would really make them have a better chance of this matchup going forward.
Wait, did they switch sides? They did.
They switch sides, mixing up the. Can't be mixing up people now. Come on.
They hate Zerar.
Poor Zerar, man. Oh, but Red Dawn gets hit by a 1,000-ton weight. Both of them trying to avoid these neutral pressure, and uses the Scarecrow to get in, and it doesn't end up working out.
They really wanted to mess with us. They would have switched colors too.
I think they just hit the Scarecrow on
Oh
the.
my lord.
Try to go for the snip, snip, snip. Gets tripped up by the banana.
How am I
Red Dawn.
supposed to commentate that? What do you want me to say? Look at the screen.
Gets the mini Faust onto the screen, and
Oh, whiff.
Temmie whiffs the scalpel pull because of the crawl from Red Dawn. And going in for this more neutral pressure here. Able to throw the Faust head. Gets a big counter hit, but doesn't convert into a combo.
Overhead. And we're gonna burst? No, holding on to it. Okay.
I toss period. Couldn't have said it better myself. Goes in for the dive kick, and now has to be patient, has to be blocking. That banana peel is on the field, and the mini Faust neutral control.
Jabbing out of the wild assault.
Banana's still behind, gets a big hit, uses the Scarecrow, gets the top hit, and Temmie going more even with these buttons, getting more of these items out. Big scalpel pull and doesn't have the burst.
Are seeing it though, not quite gonna kill. Got a pixel. I'll do it.
Temmie, after going down 2-0, kind of changes up their game plan, is willing to be a little bit more patient on defense, willing to throw out these items and really challenge Red Dawn, and it ends up getting a game on the board. You should try using a meteor. That's what I'd do.
Real.
Real.
Have you tried just pulling meteor every time? Like, come on.
Oh no. Goes for the back jump, and Temmie wanting to be patient here, giving Red Dawn a taste of their own medicine. They're just... Yeah, how the hell do you commentate this? They're just throwing stuff out. Getting...
There's a meteor. They did it.
They just did it. God, I love this game so much. Able to get the snip, 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 but the gold burst. Able to take the snip, snip, snip and use it for their own to control neutral. Temmie has their back to the wall.
Listen, they're listening to chat or to stream. I know it.
Anytime something gets started, something else ends up not happening. Red Dawn, though, finally able to get a chance to get out, but doesn't have the meter to go back in. Getting more and more pressure. Oh, eats a meteor! Has the neutral control on lock if they need it. Decides to spit it out. Gets the conversion, and Temmie takes the round.
Oh my god. Alright. Bomb. Banana.
Oh.
Hammer.
Mini Faust. Hammer. Oh, got a trombone. Where did that trombone come from? The Mini Faust came from this girl. What is going on?
Mini Faust came from another game. I don't even know where that was.
Oh, remember whenever they walked off the screen, that one set? That's them coming back.
Came back.
Timmy eating an item here, getting the hammer for later, has 100-meter on their side, uses it to end up converting into more pressure in the corner, eats a mini Faust for free because Red Dawn doesn't end up challenging. Oh, there's a
snap. Now a kill. Going to game 5.
Going to game 5. You think Timmy is up to getting the reverse sweep in this matchup?
Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. I lost track of who was who. But I do think so, yes. I think that the Faust, that item's better, will win.
Will win?
Will win.
Will win. So it's a matter of iteming better.
Yes, it always has been. Just pull Meteor. It's that easy.
So you think Faust is gonna win or Faust?
The Faust, for sure.
The Faust? Ah, got you. Got you.
The blue Faust will win this.
The blue Faust. Okay, got you, got you. They're starting off with items tossing back and forth.
There's no way that this is...
This
I
is
just
a
can't.
tournament
There's no
set,
way.
by the way.
Yeah. Loser side, top 8.
The scalpel
Is
pull
this
doesn't
optimal? Optimal Faust gameplay?
Going back and forth, the extended hurt box of the Afro lets Timmy go in for more pressure and combo damage. But the mini Faust, that's not a mini Faust,
That was a bomb.
That's a bomb.
That was a bomb.
Oh, there is the mini Faust. Goes in, Red Dawn trying to establish this offense, but the mini Faust reigns supreme.
Now tell me, whose mini Faust was that? I don't know.
No. All I do know is that Timmy is on set point right now. Clashing 2Ps.
Alright.
I love this game so much. Oh, the bananas of tripping up Timmy.
Watch the bomb.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a mini. And a trumpet.
Goes back and gets the trumpet. Oh, gets a conversion. Now we're back at full screen once again. Scalpel pull. Both them trying to use this opportunity to set up the Scarecrow.
Faust players share one brain cell.
Bats up the bomb to hit Timmy at the same time. And Red Dawn is finally able to find their stride again. Gets caught out by the mini Faust.
Mini Faust is just a second burst.
You know, this is perfectly
Last round.
symmetrical right now.
Yeah, last game, last rounds.
Tries to go, oh, the mini Faust. It's a trap. The donut set up a trap for the mini Faust, and Timmy able to get some big damage on the board, go back to full screen, and we're trading items for items.
Mini Faust hated the donut. That was a meteor.
Oh, just iteming better right now. Has the 100-ton weight come down, lags out the game a bit. Goes for the PRC, snip, 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 but it doesn't end up coming out.
What?
But Timmy
I don't even know what just happened. Sure. Overhead. Scalpel. Who is that?
Timmy.
Timmy. Timmy wins. Timmy wins. Oh
Timmy
my
able to come out on top. That was a reverse sweep, by the way. All right, going into this losers finals, everybody. Top Gambit number 8 has been a real show going into this gala, but right now we're trying to get Timmy and Yarnspunstory a chance to go back into grands. Yarnspun wants the rematch versus Enti, but Timmy wants to get a chance to win this whole tournament after making a loser's run, putting out these items on the field. Yarnspun is trying their best to get in and making, oh my god! Just run in. You can't, just run in.
It works.
Using the burst.
Alright, back in the corner with minions.
Backing up back to full screen again.
Yeah,
both these players are one hit apiece away from getting his first round on the board, but Yarnspun able to keep this pressure up, has almost infinite meter, gets the more bots set up, and the bot ends up claiming the round.
smacked by a lollipop.
You know, I think that's how they do it in Detroit.
I believe it.
Throws out the minion, able to own. The flex shield ends up not working, and Yarnspun continuing this pressure that made them go so far in this tournament so far. Oh, but the bomb! I've lost track. This is Faust on the screen. I don't know what I'm doing. I love this game so much.
I should do it. Yeah. Well.
Doesn't go for the OTG there, but doesn't really need it. Yarnspun goes up 1-0 in this set. At one point in time, it was looking kind of bad for them. You know, Timmy was at full screen, getting these items on the field, really making Yarnspun have to work to get in and really have to kick these servants and maneuver around this really tricky neutral that Faust presents, but able to get that first game and try to give themselves a chance at another shot at Enti.
Yeah, I mean, the neutral is just chaos. It's just minions and items, and Jacko's trying to just get you in the corner and run minion pressure on you.
You know, one thing that's really interesting about Jacko is that you can cancel your specials, or you can cancel your hits off of the servants, and not only has Yarnspun been showing that so far, but so has Timmy there, getting a big hit, going for a JD. What a jump out on the grab, but doesn't end up getting punished.
And this is tricky. Good job getting rid of the minions there with the LRC.
Able to continue further into the corner, throws out the mini Faust, and Timmy showing more life in this set, able to get around on the board. Big wild assault coming out from Yarnspun. Look at that damage chunking off of Timmy.
Jacko combos.
Silly little character. Silly little character indeed.
Hammer. Hammer.
It's the throw. Throwing pressure so good it lags the stage a little bit. Going for more pressure here, but it doesn't end up working out. These constant spikes are making it hard to combo. And look at this back throw.
Oh, and you got mini Faust out? Yeah, that's
gonna put a dent
into
it.
Kill?
What kill?
I was gonna say it's gonna hurt, but it actually just killed you.
Gets a game on the board here. Timmy's looking really good right now.
I'm gonna say it. Be another game 5.
Gonna be another game 5.
Another game 5.
More Faust.
More Faust.
More Faust. Yeah. Woo.
More Faust. More minion.
More minion. More Jacko. All right.
So round start. It's a poke.
Game 3 of this set. It's tied up right now. Look at the way they're maneuvering this neutral, getting these cancels out, throwing these bags down to where Yarnspun just doesn't have it easy in neutral, but getting hit by their own 100-ton weight there. Backdashing the blue wild assault, but has the mini Faust out.
Oh, sliding in, grabbing the horn, and converting? Okay, not quite, but still.
The JD ignites Yarnspun's head on fire, but Yarnspun able to get back into the corner, do more pressure, gets more out of these minions, and able to get these claps going, but Timmy decides to YRC out.
So patient from Timmy there, just waiting. And now, yeah, you're in trouble. You got mini Faust and a bomb, but nope, mini Faust saved you. Oh, the back throw.
Back throw is probably going to end up killing here, and Timmy staying patient, staying aware on defense, and Yarnspun on their back feet right now, but that doesn't mean they're out of it yet. Gets this sandwich pressure going.
That mini Faust saved the day there. Oh, but this is gonna, yep, it's gonna hurt so much.
As the Elysium driver, you know, I think it's probably scaling, but I think that Elysium Driver has like a random number attached to it. It either kills or it does basically nothing.
It is very deceptive. And that's a perfect. Oh my god.
Wow. Yarnspun doing so much right now. Doing a great job at adapting to how Timmy's dealing with their pressure. Goes for another bot setup and is able to continue going into the corner. Forces the burst out of Timmy.
We got meteors. We got up the up. Careful.
$5K into 6H, or is that regular 5H? I don't know. Goes in for more pressure into the corner, is able to get these bots set up, breaks the wall, has positive bonus on their side, but reads that they're going to try to backdash the PRC.
Yeah, good job not going for a snip there.
Going back and forth right now. Ooh, Timmy's on their back feet, but has 50 bursts their name, can use the deflect shield, has these items out on the field, the JD!
This is it? No! Oh my god,
So
both fishing. It's
Oh.
fishing for a hit.
Lives on 1 health, has burst on their side if they can just get a chance. Danger coming out for Timmy,
Oh, the burst.
and the gold burst!
That was crazy. Speechless. I didn't know what was gonna happen.
Wow, that is... Oh. Yarnspun able to claw back and take a lead in the set right now. A lot of support coming out for Yarnspun right now.
Great song.
And a very great song. This random music selector has been doing wonders for Timmy so far.
It's the buff.
It's the buff.
Music buff. Yeah.
Yarnspun though, able to continue it, and look at Timmy, so aware on defense to backdash that blue wild assault, something that not a lot of players do. But oh my god, these combos and conversions for Yarnspun doing so much damage, and look at the shimmy!
Placing minion after RC and then backing off is dastardly. Another one, okay. 3? Not quite.
Not yet. Uses the close slash.
Hurt.
It's a big hit, but oh no! The explosion on the Afro makes the combo do less damage.
Yarnspun holding on to that burst.
Using 6P, both players being so patient
That
and neutral,
flash?
clashing with the scalpel pull.
3 scalpels.
So,
Okay. The dive kick gets it.
Timmy taking this first round of game 4.
Oh, big counter hit. Gonna burst out of it.
Using the shield command on the minions right now. Faust tries to jump after, gets the horn on their side anyways, tries to go for the jump grab, and they would have been right if Yarnspun wouldn't have jumped the way they did.
Oh, run up grab, get hit by a weight. And a big counter hit low. That's gonna do it.
Can you guess what we're going to?
Listen, I've been right every time. You'll start believing me.
I think it's one of those like every game's a game 5, right? So if we predict that it goes to game 5, are we technically wrong?
I'm just psychic.
Call it speaking it into existence or something.
It's the opposite of the commentator curse. I'm willing it into existence.
Man. Duel 1.
You were saying you had to go to work in like an hour. 6th oddity, 6th game in top 5. Ooh, 7 himself. I like this song. Goes for these kicks, constantly refreshing this pressure, building risk on the side of Timmy, but that dive kick doing a lot of work for Faust. The 6P ends up catching the scalpel.
You gotta watch out for this armored minion here. Yeah, good choice to just get out.
Tries to prepare a hit to come out, and Yarnspun just taps that minion command and makes it work. Goes on to game point and set point at the same time, because that's how that works.
Gonna get scalpeled into the... Oh, into burst, never mind.
Oh, Mini Faust able to get angry, able to make things happen for Timmy the Just Block on the hammer pull, but look at this conversion. Oh, did they cross up? Oh, what a cross up! That is
play around the bomb.
Goes for more zoning. Really wants to keep their space. Doesn't want to get in. Goes for the tick throw on the 2K. And Yarnspun able to get this pressure started. Has the 50 meter for the Elysium driver. We've seen games go down like this before.
Positive bonus. We'll see what they do after the wall break. Just gonna run up and get yellow or seed.
What an up! What a 6P. The Yarnspun has all the resources going for them right now. Tries to use the Elysium driver, but has the PRC to keep it safe.
And the tap dust.
Yarnspun has punched their ticket to Grands to get a rematch of winners finals. Will not be outdone and wants a shot to win this tournament once again.
Duel 1.
All right, everybody. Grand finals of Gambit number 8. Enti making a torching run through winners in Yarnspun right behind them, falling only to Enti before this point, climbing their way out of losers finals, and now we get to see what brought them back here. Enti using that white wild assault that they've been using so incredibly well, showing how to use this meter, but Yarnspun able to get that ambiguous mix. Look at this combo.
It's still going. It's crazy how it keeps going. Going to go back to zoning.
I mean, doing the right thing and playing patient, trying to dash block in, not letting Enti get a chance to breathe, has to keep firing off these projectiles in their follow-ups, but ends up getting the wall stick and takes the first round of Grands.
Gonna get spun into the corner here. See if Enti can keep Jacko here.
The JP coming out and is able to challenge the dust there, but doesn't end up keeping themselves safe. Enti using the burst, not wanting to let Yarnspun get back on offense because they've had to work so hard to get out of it.
Yarnspun getting caught by a lot of these yellow RC is really hurting, like setting up minions.
The zoning game is so incredibly strong from Enti, doing so much right now, but Yarnspun able to get it going, has all the resources on their side right now. The only bar that's building for Enti is that risk meter.
Down back for so long, and you just get hit over the head, and it's just gonna hurt.
Doesn't end up killing though, but this hard knockdown tries to go in for the grab, but it doesn't end up working out. What a heads up backdash from Enti.
Now you're in the corner, you gotta deal with the zoning. That's gonna take it.
First game of Grands goes to Enti, 2 away from taking this tournament, but Yarnspun was able to make it close the first time they played. Definitely not out of this yet.
Yeah, I mean, 100% not. Yarnspun's Jacko is absolutely cracked. I think Enti, though, has been doing a very good job of, like, keeping Yarnspun at bay and not getting hit by this, like, minion setup mix.
Mankind knew that they cannot change society. So instead of Duel 1.
Go back into it.
Right into this grand finals second game, and Yarnspun able to start off winning using that wild assault, but doesn't end up working. Enti able to get a reset, goes for the overhead, has the follow-up, and keeps the pressure going.
Kind of an awkward exchange there with the BRCs.
Wow. Strike throw pressure is mounting for Yarnspun.
Oh,
but look at that heads-up backdash.
Oh, getting caught this time though.
Catching the backdash there, and on a sliver of life.
Enti though. Not dead. That's punishable.
What patience from Yarnspun. Not getting caught out by that special. Not letting the multiple hits get to them. But Enti able to start this pressure out once again. Constantly firing, delaying the follow-ups. Gets the overhead. Yarnspun feels the need to burst out.
Oh, great job jabbing out the minion there. Oh, that's so tricky.
What a cross-up. Not able to continue going.
As a kill.
Enti able to get back on top. Gets the round here and wants to put themselves one more game closer. But gets the overhead, goes into a safer ender, has the bomb, gets a big counter hit.
Enti really representing the White Wild Assaults this whole tournament.
I mean, it's something that they do quite frequently whenever we see them. Great at using the burst gauge efficiently and gets that anti-air with a perfect. Enti really wants this grands.
Enti is on fire. Like, this Bedman gameplay is actually horrifying.
You know, we've been watching these players since the earlier Gambits compete and constantly grow better across from each other, getting into these top 8s, and we've seen Yarnspun's story, originally getting top 8 on Happy Chaos at one point, making the switch over to Jacko and absolutely slaying out, putting their hearts out on the line, and Enti is one game away.
Yarnspun though, doing a really good job not making this free.
I mean, in players of this caliber, it's never free. Especially, I think anybody in this top 8 could have won it, but right now, Enti going in for more pressure. The back throw coming out from Yarnspun, and what a corner steal!
These Jacko conversions have just been on point.
Jumping backwards, getting that JS. Going in for more combos and pressure. The JD, the
good.
6B.
Good recognition. That BRC there.
Enti doing such a great job delaying these follow-ups, not letting Yarnspun get a chance to block anything and go on the offensive. But Yarnspun able to get the pressure back anyways, has the burst on their side, the 5H counter hits, and they're able to get a big conversion.
That's just gonna kill. One step closer. This is a start.
One round for Yarnspun. We could be on the verge of a potential reversal sweep here. Uses the burst, is able to catch out Enti, but Enti bursts back, doesn't want to give up this momentum that they have on their side. And how are you supposed to block that kind of cross up?
This mix is making Milia blush.
Going in for more pressure here. What a conversion off the 2K2D, but the kick doesn't end up hitting. Oh no! Oh,
The minion
all right.
from downtown. Gonna Jordan.
Lobs up the minion, reminiscent of those Kobe bombs that Bedman's able to throw out with the head follow-up, but Yarnspun able to put a game on the board. Breathe, get some room for themselves, claim some of that momentum back, and show why they're in grand finals.
Yep, this is the first step I mean, you have a lot of work to do, but it's not undoable.
That's a good question. Do you have a way to view training mode hours? Interesting to see. Goes for the J jump back S, and Yarnspun has to burst automatically, but as you were saying, Mancer, what great use of Wild Assault from Enti.
It's such a good tool, and like, can't really do much about it other than what we saw earlier with Faust, PRC Scarecrow.
I mean, doing a great job with that, and now just going in for these follow-ups, goes for the overhead, the counter hit, but it doesn't end up letting them hit, and Enti is on tournament point. JS, and it doesn't end up working. The combo doesn't come out from Yarnspun. Pushing farther into the corner, tries to go for mix, but it doesn't work out. All you can do here is Enti is down back.
Down back and hope. Good deflect though. Just gonna wait it out.
Tries to poke out, but that risk gauge is so huge on their side. All of it gets cashed out. The Elysium driver to end the combo, but had a long run up.
It's gonna hit, so we're gonna get positive and hard knockdown, but... Oh, we caught the backdash.
Yarnspun making Enti fight for this grand finals win. Making it 1-1 apiece. Goes in with the JS. Gets more close / pressure going up. The 2K2D has the bomb follow-up, but the backdash on the grab!
Now you're in the corner, so you gotta deal with the overheads coming out from Bedman. Getting the hit into install.
Goes for the pressure, but Enti's in such a great spot right now. With these follow-ups, gets the wall break! And that's going to be a hard knockdown too. But Elysium, it comes out, does a good bit of damage, but Yarnspun is on such a low amount of health. 2K2D gets the bomb set up, but the YRC clears the little guy.
Oh my god, you're a pixel.
Oh,
and the jab's going to do it.
Enti ends up winning Get Good Gambit number 8. What a showing from them. All this training, all this climbing that they've done in past brackets. We're so happy to see them here, and we're happy that all of you came out. Yarnspun did such a great job, but Enti ends up taking it home in the rematch. We've had such a great time having you guys here, and we couldn't be more thankful that you guys have helped us foster a community and keep it going. Right now, we're going to raid, and you got any final thoughts, Mancer?
Final thoughts. It was, even though we had a lot of Faust, I do love Faust. I just like to joke. It was a great top 8. Incredible gameplay from everyone. And if I'm allowed to shill for myself for half a second, go join the internship. Sign up, get a mentor, learn your character better, spend 2 weeks learning from someone who's like really good at the game, and then you get to play together as a team after the 2 weeks are up. We've had a lot of good signups, but you can only pick 6 teams, so keep signing up, keep coming, and keep going to GGG brackets too. This is probably the best beginner bracket for you to join, and as you can see, everyone here is absolutely cracked. So it's good competition.
Thank you so much for being here, Mancer. We loved having you, and remember, everybody, next bracket and next game, it is another opportunity to get invited to that gala. We thank you all so much for being here, and we can't wait to have you back next week. Have a good rest of your night, everybody.